Hey, everybody. Welcome to the final episode of Hellslayers, brought to you by Alternis on the Alternis Twitch channel. Our game master is Clifton, and he is the writer of this Morkborg adventure game thing that we're going to be kickstarting. I'm going to let him explain some of that, and so take it away, Clifton.
Yeah, welcome. We are playing the final episode of our actual play of Hellslayers, the first ever Hellslayers actual play, I might add. The group of Hellslayers are essentially warriors who've been drafted or otherwise coerced into fighting battles for the Lunar Corporate Alliance on behalf of the survival of humanity in the solar system as the Earth consumes itself or is consumed by, the humans living there. The Hellslayers have been sent on a mission to assassinate a number of prominent space fascists on the city ship called the Holy Patriot. And they've been hard at work doing that, saving most of the conscripted enslaved people to release them and blowing some of them up with glee as well. So, well, perhaps not glee, but, some...
No, we use rockets.
Right.
Oh, no, it's Glee. It's definitely Glee.
I mean, they were standing too close to the other space fascists, so, too bad for them, I guess. But you've rescued more than you've killed, at least, which is nice. I think my count is up to 15 rescued, which is pretty cool. We're currently in Section 2, which is essentially the Part 2 of the 3-part mission. Your objective in this is to... let's see here. What is the section objective? I don't have that in front of me. Well, before you can move on through the exit room, you'll need to pull off a successful computer hack at a computer terminal in each one of the standard rooms. You've done that with the, I think, the ammo factory, and then you access the hidden room from there. You still have the weapons factory and the worker barracks that you need to access before you and hack those before you can make your way out the exit. Does anyone remember what the section objective was?
I believe we were looking for like a covert agent or something along those lines.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, the rescue mission. Yep, there's a rescue mission option on each of the sections in this. So,
yeah, connect with an agent on each level.
And I don't believe you connected with the agent in this level yet.
We did.
That's
on the first level.
Yeah.
I don't remember this.
So that's an optional objective.
I thought the one in this level was in the secret room.
Were they?
Oh, maybe it was. It's been a few weeks. Let's just say it was, and it's taken care of. We'll move on because we want to hopefully get through this adventure tonight, and it might be a little difficult with the time we have. So with that, let's dive in. If you're not really caught up, and if you're live with us, well, you'll catch on as we go. If you're watching this in VOD, then maybe now would be a good time to catch up on some of the previous episodes to figure out what else is going on if you're confused. But that said, it's a pretty straightforward game. Go room to room, kill the bad guys, loot the stuff, move on. So with that, is everyone...
And in fairness, if they watch this episode, going back to other episodes isn't going to make it any clearer.
Right. So, yep, looking at the Roll20 page I have you on, I've got the areas marked that you've been to. You're currently in the hidden room. Where would you like to go next? There's the weapons factory or the worker barracks. The tram to the readjustment center is currently still under computer lockdown. You have to override in the other two rooms before you can move on.
I think.
I believe it's the weapons factory.
Yeah, that was the plan when we discussed it previously, wasn't it?
Weren't we talking about hitting the weapons factory? Yeah.
We found the secret room and the ammo factory, so we were going to move on to the weapons, I believe.
Yeah, because we wanted to load up before hitting the worker barracks.
Okay. So you head to the weapons factory, assume sending your recon drone in ahead?
Yes.
Is that still operational?
It is.
Okay, so your recon drone, let's see, looking at the weapons factory, it's very cluttered, and there appear to be some enemies waiting in ambush. I'll show you the room. It'll show your figures in there, but you won't necessarily have moved in just yet. is what your drone's reporting. And go ahead and give me that stealth roll for your drone to see if it gets damaged or manages to remain hidden.
I think that's a critical success for a drone.
Yeah, it's either 8 or 10, but crit doesn't really matter any more than regular success in this case. But the good news is your drone is fine. They don't seem to have spotted it, and it's not going to be damaged by reporting back that there is an ambush here. So you can either just enter the room straight up, and it will be a regular fight and not an ambush now that you know what you're going into. Or it is cluttered, so if you'd like to attempt to sneak in and do a little bit of an ambush of your own, that is an option. Also, here are lots of conveyor belts and construction machinery, various weapon parts here and there, some loaded in crates. And there's some of the looks like they pulled the conscripts from the people who are normally forced to work in here and sort of put them in front to be the cannon fodder for their ambush.
Okay, so we're able to identify the types of bad guys and their weapons, aren't we?
Sure. That's not technically something the recon drone does, but why not? You're looking at a fairly small contingent compared to things you faced already. A shock trooper with a shotgun who is wrangling the conscripts, and then 4 troopers. If you remember, those are armed with pistols and shock batons.
Right, so the shotgun guy is the priority target.
Yep, I think Kit should do the rocket launcher on the 4 guys in the back. The rest of us kill the guy in the middle and then move on to what's still standing.
That sounds like our MO.
Alright,
All
time
right.
to sneak in.
All right, if you're sneaking in, everyone who needs to roll, make a stealth roll. Leech, if your cloaking field still has power, then you don't have to roll.
Yep, I've taken a couple of hit points of damage, but other than that, I am still tickety-boo, although a bit short on ammo, but these things happen.
It looks like Tech is having no trouble sneaking in.
Okay, stupid question. Stealth presence, right? I asked this.
Agility.
Agility, thank
The
you.
D20 plus agility. Almost all tests in this game are DR12, unless we say otherwise.
Mhm.
And that 18 is going to do it. And what about Kit? Okay, so Kit, you're not so stealthy, but you have the option of a painful success, which is probably just as good as succeeding in this case. You can sneak in.
That's not me.
But any further... Oh, is that any? Oh, that's Grunt. I'm sorry.
Grunt.
Kit made the roll fine. Grunt did not. So Grunt, are you doing the painful success and just
Yes.
finding a position where you can't stealth any further?
He's going to be uncomfortable. There's going to be lots of grunting and scuffling. It's like lots of little noises that could be passed off as background noise. He's not going to be able to go anywhere stealthily once he gets in.
All right, so yeah, looking at you managed to all sneak in. The enemies are prepared to gun you down once you come in through the door, but you managed to maybe find an alternate, like a maintenance tunnel or something to get through that weren't expecting to see, and you are ready to get the drop on them. If any of you take another action, you'll have to make another stealth roll to remain hidden. That said, Grunt, if you take any actions, you'll give yourself away at this point. You're in a fairly exposed location.
And that is 5 shotguns and 4 civilians, right?
There's 4 conscripts, 1 dude with the shotgun, and then further back there's 4 guys with the pistols and batons.
Okay. Well, you know what, guys? We were talking about the whole rocket thing. Do you guys want Grunt to move up and slice the shoddy guy to pieces while you guys fire a rocket into the back?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Unless you want to alert them all, you probably want to send Grunt in at the end of that sequence of actions. But yeah,
Yeah.
Who's going first?
We've been letting Kit fire the rockets recently, haven't we?
That sounds dangerous.
Yes. All right. Lieutenant Kit will go over to his friend's trusty sidekick and take the rocket launcher that's been preloaded by the extra pair of arms off of the poopers. Was it a donkey?
Pack mule. It's a drone that carries
Pack
stuff for
mule.
you and has little robot arms to hand you things when you want them.
Yep. So I will take the rocket launcher from the pack mule and I will step in front of the pack mule and say, "Get behind me, little guy. I'll keep you safe." And then I'll open fire with the rocket on the farthest area.
All right, so targeting one of the troopers, and the secondary blast affects the rest.
Yes. And I got a 5.
All right, so that misses. Which means they'll all be hit anyway for the secondary blast, even the one you aimed at. Just means you don't get a direct hit on one of them. If you want, though, you can suffer some shrapnel damage back to get a better hit. I guess exposing yourself more to fire it off. So.
Yeah, let's do that. I think my armor is pretty good at a D6, and I have a decent amount of hit points, so I'm satisfied with getting hit in the face.
All right,
Don't
go
forget,
ahead.
you get to add 1 to that armor roll if you're in the same zone as me.
All right, yeah, so this big explosion, shrapnel flies back at you because you sort of exposed yourself more to line up a shot, take a longer aim or something. And you do, in fact, hit one of the troopers directly, so you can roll damage for him with the higher damage roll, and then roll once for the secondary explosion damage to all the rest of the troopers. And that damage will also count towards you.
So I send a D12 to the main guy, and then a D8 to everyone else, including myself.
Yes.
And because I have brutality, all of those go up by 1.
Yep. Except for the damage back to yourself.
Okay.
Because you didn't do that on purpose.
Well, that was a useful D12 there for 1 point of damage, plus 1, so that's 2.
Yeah, the rocket bounces off this red helmet, sort of deflects off a little bit and then explodes instead of actually blowing him up like it's supposed to. Everyone else takes more damage though.
Everyone else takes 7, and I will take 6. So let me roll my D6 to see how much I block. And I block 6 of 6, so I take no damage.
Okay, so yeah, you're fine. The trooper you directly hit with the rocket is fine, but the other 3 troopers are pretty messed up.
So I imagine when it flies across the room and only does 1 point of damage across office of helmet, it literally scored all the way back up and came back to our side of the team. And my super agile self, I grabbed a hold of it. And then I realized what I was holding, I freaking threw it like a grenade. But that's when it shot off and yeah. Because
Yep, cue the Benny Hill music.
yeah, Kit is not coordinated. He might be a sharp shot, but he ain't yeah.
I'm sorry, did you say Kit might be a sharp shot?
Yeah, totally. He hit totally. Look, damage is dealt. Civilians are safe.
Fair enough.
I call that a win.
All right, so 3 troopers hurt. 1 was saved by his helmet. Who's going next?
I think Grunt is going to kind of growl, sort of feral-like.
Well, doesn't Grunt need to go last because he's going to break our stealth?
Yes.
That's right. Never mind.
Okay, so in that case, I will take a stealthy shot at the guy with the rocket fin scored helmet.
All right. The trooper in the back.
Yeah, that one.
All right, that's a long range, which is no problem for your plasma rifle.
Yep. And I'm in stealth, so
-4 to the DR, so 8's your target.
is it long range? I thought this was only medium range as far.
Short range is where you're at. Medium range is 1 away. Long range is 2 away. After that's just called line of sight.
Oh, I thought it was close, short, medium. Okay, I must be getting confused with Shadow and 6th edition.
Yep, I think so.
Okay. I'm.
That's a miss
Start
unless
again.
you want to send more plasma down range.
I get 3 shots per attack, so
All right. Well, it's getting closer. And
that 10 hits because
You
of
need a-
stealth.
nope, you need a 12. The -4 DR only applies to your first attack.
Oh,
So that's it's 3 misses out of 3 shots.
I mean, technically, it is my first attack. It's my first attack action, but yeah, yeah, it's fine.
It's your first action, but the first attack, yeah. So
Right,
Oh.
finally.
all right, basically getting all the bad dice rolls out of the way.
It's roll 20. Every roll's a bad dice roll.
All
5 damage.
right, so his armor protects him from some of that, but he's pretty injured. Still up though.
And I have
One more attack.
one more
I
shot
think.
left.
And that's a hit.
Yeah.
Again, looks like his helmet is now more blackened than red. But it does protect him from the damage.
Yeah, because I would have done more damage if I'd run up to him and he waved a zipper in his face.
So
Well,
yeah,
that's me done.
That was a lot of fireworks, at least. I guess
Yeah,
that's
It's an appropriate day for it.
I guess I'll try out this battle rifle.
all right. That uses bullets. It can do. I think can that do 3-round bursts, or does it just have a good rate of fire? I think
It's
the
3
first time we're using it.
shots.
Okay, so same rate of fire as the plasma rifle, but it uses bullets instead of power packs. And who are you targeting?
I was going to target the guy who's been lucky so far.
Okay, so he takes 7 damage from that shot, minus his armor is 5. Ryder took 3 before. That is just enough to take him down.
All right, time to move on down the line.
And yeah, the other ones have all been injured by the rocket blast. That's going to be a hit and enough damage to drop him. Targeting the next one. Just misses.
But I'll spend the extra to take the hit because bullets are expendable compared to power packs.
All right, D4 extra rounds for a painful success. And that hits, and it's enough to take him down.
Well, that's my first 3 shots. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, so far you've managed to take out most of the far rank between the blast and the bullets and the plasma. Oh, tech is pretty accurate. Though this time you see sparks off the guy's helmet as a bullet is deflected. And then you get a crit. You managed to put a hole through his head. So that's going to be max damage and will definitely be enough to drop him.
And my last shot goes into the guy with the shotgun.
Shock Trooper, you managed to nail him in the chest.
Right in the chest plate.
Right. Fortunately, he's wearing a bulletproof vest, so that it doesn't affect him much. And now, Grunt, you can go without throwing things
All
off.
right, so yeah, Grunt's gonna do a. This might be a familiar thing. He's gonna crouch down. He's gonna growl, and he's gonna move his hands and fists, and he's gonna have these cyber claws just pop out of his knuckles, and he's gonna just dash forwards and attack this guy.
Since you moved and you don't have the option for stealth, they definitely notice you coming.
So no real bone. He's not being sneaky about running up on this guy. All right,
All right,
so
you get what, 2 attacks with those?
Yep, 2
cyber
attacks.
blades.
D8 plus strength damage, assuming he hits. Okay, so it's going to be agility. All right, so there's attack number 1.
That's going to be a miss, unless you want to take some damage to hit anyway.
Yeah, why not? Let's go for it.
All right, make an armor roll before anything else.
Okay.
And you don't get the bonus for the shield drone.
Nope, different zone.
But I think he has the bones, doesn't he? The
Oh,
steel.
that's right. Hang on one sec. I got
Cyber skeleton.
armor bonusing. Okay, sorry. So that's a +1 for my metal reinforced skeleton. I think that's the only bonus I got. So it's a 4, not a 3.
All right, so 1 point of damage gets through. This guy managed to land a solid punch to the kidneys as you come in, open yourself up to that to land your blow with your cyber claws. Go ahead and roll
Okay.
damage. And remember to roll twice and take the best. Because you've got cyber arms. So I think that's what gives you that bonus. People might think you'd have the game memorized because you wrote it, but I write and play lots of other games.
So that's 6 damage for the first attack.
All right, that does get through his armor some. He's definitely bleeding, but he's still up.
All right, second attack. There we go. That one's a hit, although not a crit.
All
Hopefully
right.
it's a hit. Sorry.
Yeah, definitely a hit.
All right. Yeah, that's going to be 10 damage.
And that'll take him out.
That's going to be so Grunt's going to be really kind of pissed off that this guy landed a punch to his kidney. So he's going to skewer him right in his eyeball. And he's going to pop the eyeball out and direct it down to look at the kidney wound and say, "See that? This is what you get." And then he's just going to backhand decapitate the guy.
As he falls, the conscripts drop their makeshift clubs and throw themselves to the ground. And please, we don't want to fight. They made us.
And
Grunt's
here's a
gonna
shotgun for
snarl out
you, and one for you, and you, and hey, look, there's even one for you.
How many shotguns do we have
They
again?
happily take their shotguns. Well, one
We have
more if you
almost
want.
as many shotguns as we do crowbars.
Right?
So, yeah, if someone wants to roll, let's roll 4d8 to see how many bullets you find lying around, and 1d8 for the shotgun shells. Oh no, it's double that.
So it's like 37 shotguns, right? I think, if the math was right.
19 bullets.
And then 2d8 for the shotgun shells. It's actually something from this is,
7 shells.
the first actual play of this, but it's also kind of a part playtest because I'm finding a few things to polish in the rules as we go. So having the space fascists carry a few lesser bullets when they die, I think makes a little bit more sense. But yeah, so you find 7 extra shells, 19 bullets, and yeah, looking around here, there's probably some loot to be found. And there
Oh,
is
yeah,
also
definitely.
there was also a computer terminal that's for its part is still doing the lockdown on the tram.
All right, I'm gonna take the bullets, and we don't have enough shotguns to give the conscript shotguns, but we do have enough
Oh.
pistols to give them pistols.
Yeah, there's
we
extra
have
pistols
Yeah.
lying around, so
15 shotguns and 19 conscripts so far.
So this is where the terminal is at that we need to access to turn off to be able to access the tram location.
yeah, one of 3 of them at least.
One
so.
of 3 of them. All right. Well,
I got it.
I don't, so I'm just
Okay.
gonna reload the rocket launcher.
All right, so Tech, you're going up to the computer terminal. See if you can release the lockdown from this position.
Yep, I'll get what I can done.
It's a DR12 presence roll.
I am
And
going to use a
that's-
badass point on that.
Okay, yeah, because otherwise that's a fumble, which would be bad. Fortunately, the badass point You're about to get hit by some sort of security protocols or um, some sort of a defense mechanism, but you've seen this before, and you managed to hack your way through it and release the lockdown from here. Only one more terminal is still causing the lockdown, and that's going to be in the worker barracks. During this, I take it Leech is going to be doing some looting.
I am. I'm just trying to remember. Thought we had something that reduced looting DRs. Maybe not. Maybe I'm imagining it.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. So I'm going to spend a badass point because I got 2 10s.
There was a location that we was in where the DR had been reduced.
Yep. The deal
That was it. That was it. Okay.
Yep.
So I found something on that first one. It's
Right.
D12. So 3.
Yeah, look, more bullets. 3d8 of them.
Yay! 19 more bullets.
That's a lot of bullets.
Not really.
You can always use more bullets.
Oh, for a cybernetic eyes, which lets me roll 2d20s and pick the best.
Yep.
First roll, they were both 10s. Second roll, well, one more loot roll because painful success.
Yep. You scrounge around and you find essentially there's lots of components here, but they must have removed all the intact items. But
Ooh.
a 12 on the loot table means you get to roll on the elite loot table, so at least there's something good.
It's that
holy
secretary
shit.
again.
It's something really good. You find locked up in a crate something they didn't manage to bring away in time. A brand new, still in box, recently manufactured suit of power armor.
Fuck yes.
Wow.
Hello
Yes.
there.
That's a pretty solid upgrade there. So let's pull up what power armor does. It's a D8 for your armor roll instead of a D6, which you've been doing. +2 to your strength, so all your strength rolls, including melee damage. Also +2. The drawback is the DR is 2 higher on stealth tests and a defend and tests to roll against attacks to defend.
Okay, so the +2 strength, does that increase the amount of stuff you can carry?
Yes, it also increases melee damage and a couple of things, but mostly those 2 things though.
Okay, that's fine. Now, the reason I'm like, fuck yes, is because those negatives don't apply to me. Because I have my energy field, which means my defense tests are 2 less.
So
this just makes it standard. Yep. And I don't do this whole rolling for stealth tests thing. That's for non-scouts. So putting the scout in the power armor just makes sense.
I think maybe Grunt looks a little bit sad as you lay out this logic.
Actually, a really good point. Well, because that minus D8 damage is great for Grunt. And Grunt doesn't really give a flying sock about stealth tests, but he does care about tests to defend against attacks. And I'm not sure if getting hit more is an acceptable trade-off for doing more damage when he punches.
Yeah.
All right, so Leech is suiting up.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo!
While he's getting suited up, I'm putting the boots on and walking around in them. Just walking around, prancing back and forth, kind of checking them out. I don't know. These boots look good on me.
So this is the reason why it was the failed roll for looting, because like after this, the leeches like just stopped looking for more stuff.
He's like, I'm satisfied.
I found it. Yep, we're good.
All right.
Yeah.
When he pulled the crate out, I walk over to the desk that he found it on, and I'm touching the guests, and I look at everybody else in the room, and I go, "This desk belonged to a secretary. There's a deeper, darker thing happening here, guys. The secretaries, they're infiltrating the fascists. They're storing all the good stuff. They must be the elites.
What? So, hang on. Sorry, the demon secretaries who are arms dealers are now infiltrating the fascists. That's
Yeah.
why they're getting all their good guns.
Wow.
You're right. It is another secretary's desk. This is just freaky.
They're dangerous. It's got to be some sort of secret universal guild of secretaries.
Ah! I did it. I finally managed to draw a green check mark.
I never did trust those secretaries. Always just too shiny and chirpy for me.
So you approach your next location, which is really the only place you can go at this point, the worker barracks, because you'll need to release that lockdown in order to be able to move on. So assuming you're sending your little recon drone in ahead of time.
Oh yeah.
All right, you find that the worker barracks, so there's no ambush, but there are enemies in there. You find that the worker barracks is, it looks a bit unusual and not quite what you're expecting. There's blood smeared all over the place here and there. A lot of the furniture's been, and some of the interior walls have been dismantled. And there's at the center of the chamber a foul demonic altar with piles of skulls sort of making up the bulk of it. And there's some dudes in the process of getting ready to sacrifice another soul to some sort of demonic entity.
Okay, so
Does-
lads, you're not going to believe this. You know, we were talking about the demon possessed arms dealer secretaries.
Yeah. What about?
Well, I found one of them, and they're about to sacrifice someone to their god.
Oh my goodness.
It's like a skull throne and everything. We need to get in here really stealthy.
The
Is
room
it
is pretty
a-
cluttered. Looks like stealth is possible.
Are you sure it's just like a skull throne and not also made out of stationary equipment? Because that's a telltale sign.
You're right. It might be a skull filing cabinet.
Oh, damn. We got to get in there.
Just backed by filing cabinets with like arms made out of staplers. Thousands of staplers.
No. It's a giant-sized filing cabinet for like guns instead of files made out of skulls.
I love it.
Oh,
It's
man.
obviously where they're getting all of their arms that they're dealing are from.
Now, if you're sneaking in, everyone except for Leech needs to make a stealth roll. It's an agility roll, DR 12. Or, yeah, 12.
Yet again.
So at least Grunt is consistent. How does Kit do?
I mean, that's what we've been saying since the first mission. Yeah, Grant is consistent.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so it looks like Grunt and Kit, you go as far as you can without drawing attention. Tech and Leech are still sort of in a position where you could move a bit more if you want to. Unless you
Right,
decide to
so-
open fire from here.
That's 4 shotgunners and 4 troopers.
4 flamethrower dudes, and then 4 looks like they're elites.
The elites are the ones with the miniguns or the shotguns.
I want to say battle rifles.
Yeah, last time
Right.
they had battle rifles. Can I spend a badass point to make a reroll on that stealth?
If you'd like.
Okay, cool. Hang on.
Still not gonna hit.
Okay, painful success. So, well, wait. If I do a painful success, that means when I don't get to shoot the rocket? No,
No, if you do a painful success, that means that the next action you take is going to give away your position.
Okay, then I will take a painful success, and that way I can still shoot the rocket.
All right. Yes, you're looking at Yeah, there's 4 elites that are in the process of preparing a conscript to be sacrificed. And looks like there's a bunch of dudes hanging out in the middle with flamethrowers.
So what I'm thinking, rocket into the middle and aimed weapons fire at the elites, and then Grunt runs up and punches them.
And Grunt's just going to clear his throat and, eject his cyber blades of the slicked as they slide out of his forearms.
Yeah,
I don't punch. I stab.
It's a stabby, punchy thing. It's semantics.
It's everything we've been doing so far. It's been working really well. It's these space fascists being led by demonically possessed secretaries.
All right, so you opening this with the kit with the rocket launcher as usual, or something else?
Rocket launcher as usual. So do I get the bonus of stealth when,
Yeah.
even though I took, so this doesn't pass. A 7
It's
doesn't make
-4
it.
DR. Yep.
So this doesn't make it, and I would like to, because I'm very confident, I would like to spend another badass point to reroll.
Okay.
Lord
slightly worse
Almighty.
result. Do you want to take the painful success? Maybe
I'm-
take some damage?
Yeah, let's do it. Painful success.
So to expose yourself to where you're probably going to be in part of the blast radius on the edge of things.
Yeah,
in order to get your hit in.
I
and you-
step out right from this machine and scream. "Eh!" My battle scream.
that's quite the battle scream. So the rocket flies out and nails one of the firestormers directly. For roll D12 for that.
I hit the D20. I would like to do 21 points of damage, but that's not what it is.
Yeah, if only. I don't think the damage dice go up to D20 in this game. I
7
think
for
D12
the
is as high as they go.
7 for the direct hit.
All right, his environment suit protects him a fair bit, but he's still damaged.
5 to everyone else. 4 to me. The shrapnel that flies back hits. I block 6 of the 4 because I'm
7 of the 4.
7 of the 4. You are correct. 7 of the 4.
Yeah, you're feeling fine. Doesn't look like the firestormers have been disabled by that rocket blast, but they've all been injured.
I continue to scream throughout the rest of my turn in my battle cry voice.
I mean, technically, you can have 2 attack. You can fire a second rocket.
Yeah, you could if you want. You do have two actions.
Okay, so he will begin continuously screaming out loud, and then the pack mule will tap him with another missile, and I'll be like, "Oh, you're right. Yeah, hang on."
Speaking of D20 for damage, I'm expecting that to be in the first expansion book, where we actually get to carry 20mm autocannon or something.
You have to have power armor, though.
Ah, yeah.
Um,
Go and make your attack roll. Oh,
Woo! That's a beautiful roll, guaranteed success.
are you shooting the same one directly or a different
No,
one?
pick a different one. We'll do the one straight. So we'll say the first one was shot, second one from the top, and then the second one I shot at is the one at the top. So all the 2 at the top of the map are the 2 that I'm hitting individually. So here comes the D12. He takes 9. Everybody in the
looks like
space
he's-
takes 5.
All right. Yeah, they're all partially injured. The one that you just hit directly with a rocket is pretty messed up. It drops him. You think he's dead, but then he gets back up.
I will drop to my knees and hug Pack Mule because we have such a lovely, understanding relationship.
All right. Who's next?
I guess I'll get my major embarrassment that is supposed to be accurate aimed weapons fire.
All right. So you got the firestormers, one of which is more wounded than the rest. or the unwounded elites and conscript.
Flamethrower is bad. I'm going to shoot one of the flamethrower guys. The one that just fell down,
Okay.
and critical would be an 8.
Yeah. You hit, but it's
It's a
not a
hit.
crit. Would have been a miss if not for stealth. And it doesn't matter if you get a crit or not, because either way, this guy is dead.
Yeah, that was impressive. Miss. So why can't I have got that last time? That's a hit. That's the other flamethrower guy at the top of the map.
Yep.
He gets drilled for 10 points of plasma.
And that's enough to put him down. There's still 2 left.
Okay, so that was my first action. Second action, shoot at the other 2. Eight damage to the one at the very bottom of
You
the map.
blow off his left arm, but he's still up.
He then takes 9 points of plasma damage.
Yeah, there goes his other arm, and he drops.
And in my final round,
As you're dropping these guys, they are exploding. But they are immune to the explosion damage from each other's explosions.
and there's the obligatory miss.
All right, so that's Kit and Leech that have opened fire so far. Tech, you're up next.
I'm going to start shooting the elites in the back. If
All
Grunt
right.
Stomp me can hit.
Pew pew. First shot's a miss. No, it's a hit because of stealth.
Hey, look at that.
All right, yeah, you get a really solid shot in him. He staggers, but he's still up.
I don't think he gets hurt by the follow-up shot.
Yep, follow-up shot. Shoot him right in the armor vest. And third shot punches a hole through the armor vest for a little bit of damage. Let's see. He's still up. These guys have a fair amount of hit points.
I've been spot on, but I just haven't been doing great with the damage. I will take the painful success, though. Oh no, 2 extra bullets.
But they are bullets well spent. Let's see. What was your first damage roll?
It was 8.
He's still barely up. Do you have any more shots coming, or
I
was that
have
all of
one
them?
more. And it bounces off him.
All right. You did your best, but you weren't quite able to bring down one of the elites. Grunt, it's your turn.
So, hey, GM, question for you. Am I able to make a strength or an agility roll to, excuse me, since I'm stealthed, to try and get the drop on this last Flamestormer guy and grapple him to use him as a human shield against the elites?
No, there's no human shield rules, I'm afraid.
Oh, so close.
It's
All
a little
right.
bit more crunchy than Hellslayers gets. Also, because you did painful success in your stealth roll,
Oh,
you
that's
can't
right.
make another stealth roll.
That's right. Okay, you're right. Okay. Let's see. Does he want to be the target of all the elites at once, or does he want to kill that flamestormer? Okay, so Grunt's going to actually use his polearm this time, and he's going to try and attack this guy from way back here.
All right. Use the pole arm to keep him at a distance as you go and try to poke a hole in his flamethrower fuel tank.
Great roll.
Hey,
That hits. Yep. Only one attack per action with the pole arm, but you don't have to be up close to use it. So roll your damage.
7 damage.
You get to roll twice and pick the best one. So
That's right. 7 damage.
7 damage or 7 damage. 7 damage it is.
I'll
And
take the 7 damage.
yeah, you stab the dude. He's definitely injured. Ow! But he's still up.
And for my second action, I'll do the exact same thing.
All right, this time it's DR12.
Can I take a... Ooh, let's see. What is a painful success on Stabby Stab again?
You take D6 damage back. You sort of open yourself up to
still
getting
D6
hurt.
damage.
Yeah, so in this case, maybe he doesn't get a swing in, but maybe you like stub your toe or something, trying to get
Sure.
line up a stabby stab. And this will not be reduced by the energy shield, but your armor does help, and so does your skeleton.
Cool.
So yeah,
Who is
go
it
and
that
roll
got an
damage.
Aegis? Wasn't that Grunt as well?
Oh, that's right. I do have the agent.
Yep, that allows you to reduce your DR for defense rolls against enemies in melee.
Ah, okay. Well,
So-
regardless, I rolled 7 for my armor checks.
All right, so you stub your toe, but your toe is just fine. Yeah, can you make your damage roll?
seasoned of a soldier. All right. Yeah, damage. That damage was hang on, let's 4 damage. Wait a second, 8 damage.
All right, yeah, this time you skewer the dude, stab him right through the gut and into his flamethrower tank, and he explodes. Fortunately, you used a pole arm, so you're not within the blast radius.
Pity, I wanted to use him as a shish kebab.
Well, it's definitely cooked.
Ah! But
All right, that's all you. So that was essentially your stealth round to get the drop on them.
Yeah.
They don't actually get actions this round. So it's we're in a regular combat round now. Who'd like to go first?
oh boy.
Okay.
I mean, Grunt's going to be doing the same thing regardless. Do you guys want to have him go last here?
Shooting a rocket in. We're trying to save the person, so I'm swapping out to pistols and doing my Lieutenant Medikit awesome gun fu.
Yeah, unless you're encumbered, you can change up items that you're carrying without taking an action.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it actually matters whether Grunt goes first now, so fuck it, you may as well just run up to the guy and schnicky schnick.
Yeah.
All right, so Grunt, you're going to move up.
I mean, that's the idea. Yeah, I'm gonna run on up. So I'm getting right in their faces.
All right, that's both your actions, I think.
Yes, it is. Actually,
Right.
you know what? Hang on.
Run up one section and then use a polearm.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
That's what I thought you were going to do, but I wasn't going to stop you from doing something else.
Let's take a painful success on that.
All right, make your armor roll. You're fine.
Okay.
So something I've been thinking about polishing off the rougher edges, so to speak. Well, it looks like even with your roll twice and take the best, you're still not punching through his armor. I think what I'm going to do for painful success on like when you take damage from painful success is make it a lower dice number, but also not let you reduce it. But it's not going to affect this game.
I like that idea.
I think I need to nerf stealth a little bit more as well. Because it seems
We were talking about that last session, weren't we?
Yeah, we already did. It used to be you would auto crit without even having to roll. Now you still have to roll to hit, and it's minus 4 DR.
Oh.
But yeah, getting the full 2 turns in before the enemies get them.
Well, we haven't had 2 turns before. This is the first time you've done that.
Oh, okay.
Because
That's
it does
true.
say when you attack, you lose your stealth.
Oh, you're right. So I should have them go first then.
Yeah.
So Grunt, rewind. Gonna ignore those bad rolls as the enemies go. So the conscript comes running forward, brandishing his club. The elites actually they all move up with the conscript, and before the conscript advances on you, they all sort of reach down at their sides and pull grenades and chuck them at you.
Oh no.
Oh no!
So each of you is essentially a direct target for a grenade. So make a defense roll. DR12 agility roll.
Grunt fails to hit the deck.
Okay. So Grunt and Tech failed your defense rolls. Do you want to take the L on that, or painful success, which means you will auto fail your next action to succeed?
I'll auto fail with the
I'll
painful
take the
success.
painful success.
Okay, so you all managed to avoid having a grenade go off right at your feet. However, there are grenades going off all around you. So I'm going to make some damage rolls here. It's a... Okay, so it's D6 to each of you.
When we roll our armor versus these D6s, do we roll against each grenade or against their total?
Against each grenade.
Okay.
For the armor, do we take the defense drone into effect?
Yes, the shield drone is helping you.
So my armor, is that
So most of you are rolling D6 plus 1, Grunt's rolling D6 plus 2, Leech is rolling D8 plus 1.
Okay.
So here's the first one.
And I'll go.
So it looks like all of you are fine except for Kit, who ends up taking 2 damage. All right, here's the second grenade.
can Grunt flex and put on sunglasses for that explosion?
Sure. And then they get blown off. Looks like same result again. Everyone is fine except for Kit, who's blasted around for another 2 points. Third grenade.
Grunt's gonna polish his chest and look bored.
Looks like you're all fine from that one. And the fourth and final grenade.
Oh no! Grunt gets hit!
Grunt takes a point.
As do I.
Leech takes 2 points despite the power armor. Dice roll of 1 is still gonna suck even if you got the fancy stuff. We're waiting on Kit's roll for this.
Grunt's
When
gonna
you
take
said you're rolling, I hit the button right before you, so right above.
Oh,
your
yours
roll.
is the 6 above. So okay. So yeah, you take no damage from this one.
Grunt's
I
gonna
am-
take off his sunglasses and look indignant.
I'm at 14 of 19 hit points because the total damage plus I had already had a wound from a previous session, so I'm still fine.
All right, and the conscript now after the grenades go off goes running forward, rah, brandishing a big old wrench.
Can I go first with the rocket launcher?
If you'd like.
Does
Go for
anybody
it.
else have a problem with me shooting 2 rockets into that next zone over there?
Oh,
Not at all.
please do, please
All
do.
right. Well,
You
Just
targeting
one.
the injured one
Just
or
one.
one of the uninjured ones?
firing at the injured one first to try to reduce the number of incoming grenades next round.
You know what we're saying, Tech?
Only use one. We're running low on rockets.
What do you mean low?
We have 3.
So I'm firing twice.
Oh, you trying to make a problem? Just use 1.
Look, Leech, this is Lieutenant Medic Kit says, Leech can just look for him later. He's really good at finding things. All we got to do is find a desk and look under it. This is how it works.
We've got the skull filing cabinet over there. We'll be fine.
Well, I would like to take a painful success on this one, please.
All right, so go ahead and roll the d12 for the first guy.
How many grenades do we have on the pack mule?
And he's blown to bits. And then roll a d8 for the next. Oh,
Nope, there it is. It's a 9.
yep, okay. Then roll a d8 for the next one.
I apologize. That's actually a 10, but yeah. Here's the next one. Only 2 to all of those guys.
And also the good news on that is that's the damage rolled back into yourself. So
Yeah, so I
you're not
automatically
hurt, but
pass.
neither are they.
Yeah.
So one of them you blow to bits. The other ones you sort of give them a warm breeze.
And as I'm being eyeballed by Tech grabbing the next rocket from Pack Mule, I yell, "I do what I want," really loudly before letting out my war cry.
Do we not have a bunch of grenades on the pack mule?
No.
Lieutenant Kit, can you reiterate your war cry for the audience? There we go.
All right.
He takes 12, and this is the one at the top.
Yeah, blows him off his feet. You can see he's still kind of moving, trying to get back up afterwards. And then roll damage for the other 2.
4.
They're fine. They sort of duck down against the shrapnel and getting hot in there, but they're still doing fine.
And I say,
They're
"Don't
gonna
worry,
leave their
guys. We
clothes
got."
on.
I say, "Don't worry, guys. We got one more rocket. I can do this."
So that was Kit opening up for you guys. Who's going next?
Yeah, I'll get the embarrassment over with.
All right, targeting the elites, I take it, with your plasma rifle.
Oh God, yes. The injured guy, I guess, makes more sense.
That's a
I
fumble.
miss him.
So unless you're going to badass point that, it's your plasma rifle overheats and burns through another D4 shots worth of power.
Oh, so that only badass points left, so that'll be D4 power. Oh yeah, of course.
Ouch.
I roll max on this one.
Does that exceed the power pack's current capacity, or did it have the juice for that?
It was a brand new pack, so it had 12 out
Okay.
of 12. So
Okay, so yep.
yeah, it's fine. I have to switch to pistol after this round anyway, because yeah. All right, second shot. Fuck off, roll 20.
Yeah, first 3 shots, not in your favor. Next, that's another fumble.
Fuck you very much, roll 20. Okay, so I've got another 2 shots.
And
Yeah,
finally,
yeah.
that's a hit. Ah, max damage too.
Right.
And that's the one that was injured.
Yes.
All right, he's not getting back up.
Okay, and I'm going to switch to the guy at the bottom. All right, 7. So there you go, and that's all of my power packs gone now.
All right, yep, you managed to singe him pretty bad through his armor, but he's still up. All right, that was Leech and Tech, or rather Kit and Leech. So Tech and Grunt, it's you 2 left.
I guess I'll start shooting.
All right, battle rifle or plasma gun?
Battle rifle.
That's a hit. And that does injure him somewhat, punching through some of his armor. Still up, though. These guys are tough. So you shoot him again. And that one bounces off the armor. But then your next shot is a crit. What's your max damage? 8?
Yep. One of the downsides of switching to the battle rifle.
Yeah, it looks like he's about ready to go down, but he's still on his feet.
Good thing he's easy to hit.
And if I'm doing my math right, and even if I'm not, that's enough to put him down. There's one left.
There, I got 2 shots going into him.
That's
Oh
going to
no,
miss.
extra bullets.
Well, yeah. There's a problem that the application of more bullets, many more bullets in this case, will correct. So it takes you 5 squeezes of the trigger to bounce a bunch of bullets off his armor vest.
Yep. Sad use, but hey.
All right, you get 1 shot left.
And it took 3 extra rounds this time. And once again failed to do damage.
Wow. Those last 2 ones were 9 bullets to do no damage. So yeah, looks like he's, that scene in Pulp Fiction where the guy comes out of the bathroom and opens fire on Samuel L. Jackson's character, and somehow he's not hit. That's what this guy's feeling like right now. But also angry because you just shot down a bunch of his friends. Grunt, you're last.
All right, so Grunt's going to go ahead and move up here and start clawing.
Anyone else get the impression that Grunt's like our Mop Man?
I mean, a little bit. All right, so there's a hit. So there's 9 damage for the first one.
Yeah, that punches right through his armor and does a bunch of damage. That's his first injury so far, I think.
All right. And second attack hits. And 4 damage.
That does a little bit more, but he's still up.
All right. So Grunt's he's gonna just kind of stroll up, real casually. He's not gonna run at this zone to zone transfer. He's just gonna kind of casually walk up, and then just very gently take the guy by the back of the neck, lean his head in close, and say, "We're gonna be the best of friends, bub." And then he's just gonna start stabbing him in the gut.
And he sort of jerks back and lowers his battle rifle at Grunt and is going to fire 6 rounds at him. So Grunt makes
Oh!
6 defense rolls.
All right.
It's a DR12 agility.
Okay.
While that's going on, the conscript is going to attack
Oh, it looks like he's running at me.
Kit. It looks like he's heading toward you, but sees the plasma gun. He goes towards Kit, who's got the empty rocket launcher, or so it seems.
Yeah, what he doesn't realise is my plasma gun's also empty.
Kit
So-
dodges with a 20.
So Grunt gets hit twice, but I rolled a 1 on one of those defense rolls. Does that mean they hit for max damage, or does it mean I
Yes.
auto? Oh, okay. I was wondering what that meant. Okay, so do I bother
So
rolling
make
on that?
2 armor rolls. Yep.
Okay, I
You
do
roll
roll
damage for one of them. So yep. And you're rolling D6 plus 1 for this because you're not in the shield drones effect.
Okay, just +1 for that. Right. Okay.
All right, so it's 1 point through on the first hit, and then make another armor roll. Or did you just do that?
I just did it. It was 5 on both ones.
Okay, so 1 point gets through for one of them, and then 3 points gets through for the crit.
Right.
Yeah, and Kit manages to avoid the conscript swing, and we're back to the Hellslayers' turn. Grunt, you want to go first? So you're in the position to potentially take out the dude without burning through any ammo.
That's kind of the idea, yeah. Plus, Grunt's angry now.
Yeah, and unless this conscript is different than the others, as soon as you take them out, you will. Oh, nuts! I've been forgetting something. There's a hazard in this room you would have noticed, not from the drone, but from your when you entered, of psychic feedback, emanations, mystic reality distortions. They're making everything more difficult. The DR of all tests. I guess they just finally kick in this round.
DR of all tests. Does it go up or does
Is increased by 4 this round.
Oh, you had to roll. Okay.
Yep.
Ooh.
You can take an
Ow, that's
action
nasty.
to concentrate to block out these psychic emanations
Okay.
and make a presence test. If you succeed, you'll reduce the DR increase. But
My presence is -3. I'm not going to bother.
probably for the best. All right, so these are DR16s to hit, Grunt. As the psychic emanations from the demonic altar are distorting reality around you.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can do it. All right. So Grunt's gonna put a hand to his head. Just, I haven't had a trip this bad since I was in college.
No way did Grant go to college. I'm sorry. I'm calling bullshit on that. If you'd have said junior high, I might have believed you.
So let's see. There's the first action. So 2 failures. One was a 0 to hit. That's fantastic. And then he missed on the other 2. So he's just stumbling around, just kind of casually waving his arms. And he's gonna be looking at the space fashion going, dude, look at the colors.
It's like he's got like bright glowing eyes and like it's this deep voice.
So yeah, he's stumbling around. He's looking at the rainbows flashing off of his blades. He is utterly entranced by his own arm blades. He's useless this round.
All right. Yeah, the rest of you are affected as well.
Do we have any other weapons other than a rocket launcher on the Pat Mule?
It hands you a power pack that is fully charged because it has mine.
I thought I already had yours from last session.
Yeah, I gave you 3.
Yeah, but we didn't recharge any of the other ones.
Have you gone through 36 shots already this time?
No, I haven't. I'm only on through 24, so I've still got another. I should have one more pack then. Okay.
Hence why the pack mule is tapping you with the fully loaded pack charge, and you're just like arguing with the pack, and you're like, "No, that one's empty." Tap, tap, tap. No, I swear it's empty.
Okay, in that case, I will load, and I'm going to. So, is it a presence roll to avoid the demonic filing cabinet vibes?
Yep.
Yeah, I have enough problems. What is it, DR12 or DR16 presence roll?
DR12, but it's actually increased by its own effect, so it's the DR16.
So it's DR16.
There is a painful success option, but it is painful. D6 damage, no armor.
Yeah. I'll take the aneurysm and then fire 3 plasma rounds at the last guy.
All right, make the presence roll first, see if you get lucky.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Nope, you don't get. Let's see. I power through, take the aneurysm, so D6 damage. You take 5 damage that is not reduced by armor or any other means. So blood rolling out your nose, but when you open up your eyes, they're bloodshot, but you can focus. So now the DRs are only increased by +1 for you,
Okay.
and that works for the rest of this room. So you don't have to roll again.
Okay, good. Right, yes. Because repeated aneurysms would not be fun. Okay, in that case, yeah, I will open up on the blokey. You said my DR's a +1, right?
Yeah, it's a 13. So a 12 would normally be a crit, but sadly, it's a near miss.
Yeah.
But your third shot is a
Oh.
crit,
Yeah, that's true.
And-
He takes 10 damage.
counting the damage that Grunts did before with his attacks. That drops him. And the
Yay.
conscript throws down his weapon and just grabs his head and starts screaming, but stops fighting.
Okay, so as I deactivate my stealth field to obviously preserve power because it's limited, I turn to the rest of the team. So, which of you is like a space priest who can deal with that thing?
I pull out the last rocket. I have the space priest right here.
You do see there is a computer terminal in here that you could use to release the lockdown on the exit.
But first, we got to release the lockdown on the exit, and then I will exercise the altar.
Just so that you know, if you strain really hard and have an aneurysm, it's not pleasant, but your brain really clears up.
Yes, which is what I'm going to be doing before I try to fix or override the computer.
All right.
Yeah.
Make a presence roll first. See if you get lucky.
Since I don't have any actions left in this room, I'm just gonna take the penalty of whatever DR it is, unless something roll comes up.
I need healing.
You take 2 damage, tech from the aneurysm, I guess. So again, you get a bloody nose and bloodshot eyes, but you're able to focus, and the DR increases, limited to +1 now for you.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. I'll fix people up once we leave this room and its horribleness.
Yeah, because otherwise
Most
I
likely.
have a regen dose I could hit you with. How many hit points are you down?
I'm at 4 out of 13.
Yeah. It costs
Yeah, he's
me
pretty
no.
messed up.
I'm just gonna stab him with one of the 2 regens I have.
All right, so
From
Leech
the.
make a
Go ahead.
Leech make a toughness roll. It's normally 12, but it's 13 because of the room.
Oh wait, that affects it too. Then yeah, we'll wait till we leave the room.
Are we able to smash the evil altar?
If you want, sure. It doesn't seem to change the psychic emanations.
Oh, okay. Can I say it's not so much smashed as Grunt just kind of trips over it and just sends skulls flying everywhere?
Rolling
You're
around
like,
the cobblestones like he's in a
man,
ball pit.
Yeah. Just kind of like, oh man, I broke it. Oh, guys, don't tell our boss, okay? Shh.
That's a ration pack on the first loot roll. You might want to avoid using it considering how messy this room is, but it looks like it's still sealed.
I got a 17 for the override.
And you do the final unlock to be able to access the exit. And oh, look, it's a med pack. Again, fully
Okay.
sealed, so looks like it hasn't
That's
been
a good one.
contaminated.
Yeah, I think I'll probably use that in a minute.
All right, grab the battle rifles and some ammo and run out of this shitty room.
Do any of the flamethrowers survive?
No, they all blow up.
And it's what, a D8 per rifle?
Oh yeah, you do find amongst the corpses there are 4 battle rifles lying about, so if anyone wants one, you can take it. There are also, someone roll There are 8d8 bullets.
Can we give the conscript the battle rifle and the 38 bullets?
If you like.
I'd rather not give him all the bullets because some of us didn't get to collect up
He's
all the bullets until just recently.
stopped screaming and now in a
Yeah.
fetal position, so
I'm
might
just
not
gonna
be the
drag
most
him out of
useful
the room.
combatant.
I'm
I was
just
going
gonna,
to say,
I'm
I
just gonna
have
drag him.
I have 83 bullets. If anybody needs some, you know.
I have
Yeah,
225
Yeah.
bullets. I'm good.
I could use
I'm
some.
gonna grab a battle rifle, purely because I've got not much left in my power pack, and I'm pretty sure I'm using the last charge power pack we have. So
All right. So, Tech, why don't you take, I don't know, say 50 bullets? How's that sound? 53 bullets. Let's make it even.
Sounds good.
All right. Cool. I have
Yeah.
30.
Sorry, guys. I don't know if I have any extra ammo.
Leech, why don't you take that 38?
Oh, we're not giving that to the conscript?
No.
No, Leech is almost out of plasma.
Oh, okay. All right.
So he's
Fair.
taking a battle rifle, that 38 rounds. You've got 53. You've got your 30 whatever. I have 225 left over. So
So Grunt will donate his last 30 bullets to the conscript, and
I take those 30 bullets and I hand them over to Leech. He doesn't need any. Look at him. Look him in the face. And I held like the conscript's face like this. I don't need any bullets. That's right. There you go now. Walk over that way. You have a stick. Be happy.
and
You know he's not going to fit in with the rest of the guys now because they all have guns.
I mean, not all of them. There's a few of them that don't still.
I will take
No,
back
all
his
20,
stick.
all
I will
of the
bore-
19 other conscripts have guns.
I will take back his stick. I will bore a hole through it so he can have a handle. I will paint it black. I will hand it back to him and say, point this end at bad people and go pew, pew, pew.
on his way out of the room, Grunt will hand him his own battle rifle and all 30 of the bullets he has remaining and say, "Don't tell the lieutenant. You hang on to this and use it when you need it."
Yeah, I mean, 80 something bullets is going to be fine, I would imagine. So the conscript can have a battle rifle and some bullets. It's not a biggie.
All right.
Okay, so yes, we're giving the conscript a battle rifle and 38 bullets, right?
All right.
Okay. So I wanted to make sure, sort of like, am I keeping my battle rifle? So yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
We have plenty of
And then
battle
we've got-
rifles.
The
Yeah,
conscript starts screaming and shooting like random things in the room, like the wall, consoles, chairs, whatever.
Drag him out with
boom,
us.
Boom, boom, boom.
yeah.
And
I am going to say, you know what, Lieutenant Kit? In exchange for being such a nice guy and giving this conscript a gun, I think you deserve a present. And he's going to hand Lieutenant Kit 3 new rockets.
Yeah. I put him in the mule.
All right, so checking out the tram station of the readjustment center. It's a little bigger than you might have expected for like a ship station. There's some lockers and stuff there. Nobody's currently in here though. It looks like it's clear. So when you move in to check things out, you find that there might be a possibility of some loot, but a lot of the lockers are empty. But the DR for looting is +4, so 16 in this room.
Okay.
However,
I will loot.
it's worth noting as well that there is a recharge station, which you
I
can
will
use to
recharge
recharge
power packs.
items. It's a DR12 presence test for the first one, and then +2 for each one after. Basically the same rules as looting. If you fail, you can basically painful success to make it the last charge before it runs out of juice. Or
All right, I got a 2 on my looting.
that's a crowbar.
Yay! All right, so I'm going to need someone to I need a wet wipe at least, as I take my helmet off and my face is just covered in blood from the aneurysm.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a 1 on your D20 for the loot roll. That's a fumble, which means you find nothing.
No. I got an 8 and a 2.
Oh, that's right. You rolled twice and take the better. Got it.
Yes.
Never mind. So yeah, you find a crowbar, which is slightly better than finding nothing.
Yeah.
Considering how many crowbars you found, and at some point you really don't need more crowbars.
Yeah, we passed that point about 4 sessions ago, but hey, what the hell?
So yeah, tech presence roll to recharge something.
I'm gonna heal Leech first.
Either that, or I can use a regen on him, whichever you want.
We have several med packs. The regens are useful as well, but we'll start with the med pack.
Okay.
I mean, I imagine I'm going to need 2 somethings to fully heal up anyway.
Success in the med pack roll, so heals 4 points of damage.
I'll use another one.
Okay.
It's worth noting as well that you're about to transition to another section, which means you'll get a minor advancement, which is like a short rest. Everyone will get to heal D6 damage, or 6 if you eat a ration pack. So, if you're under by 6 or less, you might be better off.
Yeah, I'll just eat a ration pack.
Well, he'll just have on the second one because said you were pretty hurt before, so I just went ahead with it.
Okay.
Was anybody else?
Okay.
I'm down by 5.
You can eat a ration pack.
Do we
I
have?
am down by 6.
You know what to do.
All right.
Do we have any medical kits that need to be refilled?
On successful ones, do they still deplete?
I'm trying to remember what I wrote on that.
I don't. It's pay for success they deplete.
Yeah, I know the rules were being changed. I just don't remember what they were going to.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Success, they're not. The supplies are not used up.
Alright.
On a failure, they're used up. On a fumble, they're used up with no hit points healed. On a crit, you heal 8, no roll required, and supplies are not used up. Painful success means target gets an infection. So if you fail a roll, you either give them an infection or use up the supplies. So you're still good.
For successes. So I am going to start refilling power packs.
Yay!
It's a DR12 presence roll for the first one, then 14 for the next, and 16
Hey.
after that.
I just got about it. Well, no, I didn't, because it's 2 down, unless it's something special.
It's 14 for the second roll. So yeah, you got a crit, which gets you a badass point. So it's 2 recharged so far.
Badass points.
Yes, but I also get a reduction. 1 second.
On tech rolls. Oh, you're right, because your DR is lower from having.
By 2 from the drone.
Never mind, not a crit. So now it's a 14 for the third roll. So it's 10, 12, 14. So that succeeds. You got 3 recharged. Fourth roll is going to be a 16, but you succeed on that. That's 4 recharged, and then the next one will be the 5th recharge. Fails the roll, so take the painful, and you'll be done.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, you managed to get a lot out of that. It was trying to lock you down and ration your energy supply, but you found a few different workarounds and juiced this thing for all it's worth.
So I now have 5 power packs. Cool.
Yep. I'll take that stack of ammo, toss the gun in the crate, and we'll go. Yeah. And if we need it, we have battle rifle backups and extra bullets.
Indeed, I'm gonna keep 16 bullets for the pure simple reason that I'm still carrying a pistol as a backup. So that'll let me feed that in a push comes to shove situation. But yeah, that's still like 70 something bullets, 80 something bullets, whatever. I don't know.
All right, so tech, you're able to call a tram. You got your ammo and weapons all swapped around and sorted out. You board the tram to the readjustment center. And as you are riding the tram to that next section of the city ship, you see the camera sort of back off to a map with your little blip moving around, and you get a chance to take a breather. So, minor advancement, as I mentioned, you heal D6 hit points, or if you eat a ration bar, you heal 6. A ration pack, I mean. So you heal 6 instead of having to
How many
roll.
ration packs do we have?
I think everyone starts with 1, but I think you found some more along the way.
We have, and I actually had 2 when we started this mission, so I think we've got somewhere like 10 or a dozen.
So plenty. So you might as well eat up, unless you have
And
no damage.
+1 to maximum HP and +1 badass point, right?
Yep, I was about to get to that. Those are the other things you
Sweet.
get. So 1 more badass point, and again, 1 more to your max HP. And I know I don't explicitly state it, but when your max hit points go up, your current hit points go up by the same amount.
That makes sense.
All right, I think it's probably a good time for us to take a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
Let's make it a brief one, though, because we've got not much time to finish the whole next section. So,
All right. I'm going to segue us to what was that thing called
like
again?
5 minutes.
Yeah, we can do 5 minutes. I think we got a commercial that big. Maybe.
Okay. I might be 6 because I've got to run up and down the stairs. But I will be back.
Oh, 6. I thought you said
Okay.
sick.
No, yeah, 6.
Gotcha.
All right. Segueing to the commercial.
Welcome back, everyone. As you can see, the map has changed. We're on section 3 of this 3-part mission. Missions in
Yeah.
Hellslayers can be anywhere from 2 to 4 sections, except for like the first one you play through is sort of a shakedown mission. That one's just one section to let the Hellslayers get warmed up. Each time you go from one section to the next, some various numbers that determine difficulty go up. These are generally on the back end for if you're like using the tables to generate which enemies show up and whether there's hazards in the rooms, things like that. All that heats up a little bit as you go to further levels of the mission, or sections, I should say. With this section, we have a tram station, which is a fairly small, very open room where there are currently a whole bunch of space fascists with weapons at the ready, sort of standing in formation as if they're waiting for something. Then we see what they're waiting for as the tram pulls in, and you can see through the windows of the tram there's this open room. There's no ambush here, so yeah, you would be able to use your recon drone, but essentially your tram pulls that in and stops. You can see through the windows that there's a whole bunch of enemies there. They see you. Tram doors slide open up. Cue the music, and it's time to roll some dice, because we're back to what you do as Hellslayers. So let me transition over to that room.
I think that would be missing a lot in sneaking around.
Yeah, there's no sneaking around option in a room that is open, so stealth is not possible.
There is for me.
Does it let you
It's for
sneak?
me.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's an
Yeah.
auto stealth. But
It just says stealth is possible in open rooms
oh, cool.
or open
all right.
environments.
So you actually have the option to be stealthed then. Everyone else does not. So yeah, you sort of like trigger your cloaking field as the tram is pulling in, and they see 3 contacts. Repeat, 3 contacts.
What does this room? There we go.
There we go. I was having trouble finding it.
Aw.
I think
Yeah,
Grunt,
it literally says, Cliff, you may even use stealth in a completely open room.
Okay, awesome. Yep, I believe you. I just I hadn't remembered that part.
so these flame guys, when they fire their flamethrowers, it hits everybody in their zone, correct? That's how those work?
Let me pull them up here.
No, it hits everyone in the zone they're shooting at.
Everybody in
Right.
the zone they're shooting at. Okay.
So if we move into the zone with them, they will be shooting everyone in the zone with them.
I was going to say, because Grunt's first instinct is going to be to just charge, just come barreling out of the cab car and start slashing.
All right. So
I mean, technically, our first instinct should be just to lob a rocket in there, but
I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Do
That's
we
fair.
want to save the conscripts?
I don't think we can save these two.
I don't think these two are savable. It's just too much.
Two of them, 12 bad guys. I don't think it's doable.
Rockets away!
all right. Who are you targeting for the direct hit?
Flamethrower dude.
Flamethrower dudes. Yeah.
All right.
To my side, Pack Mule. Reload me.
It has a name. It's Jack.
To my side, Jack, the Pack Mule. Reload me.
So its official name is Jack the Pack.
Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. I'll take.
Dice do not kid.
I will take. Well, it's still got to be a 12, so I'm just going to take painful success and take some damage back at me.
All right. So roll your d12 on your primary target.
5.
All right. Looks like it hurts him a bit and then explodes and hits everyone else. So roll a d8 plus 1 for everyone else.
4.
And you're looking at rolling to resist 3 damage. So don't roll a 1 on your armor roll and you'll be fine. So yeah, it looks like the troopers were injured a bit by the secondary explosion. Pencil around. I'll pull up a notepad, I guess.
Do any of us have grenades?
Looks like the elites and firestormers were protected by their armor, and the conscripts, they're not doing so good.
Next one will hit.
All right, are you targeting the same guy directly or a different one?
I am. 7 to him. 9 to everyone else.
Nice!
That's the end of the conscripts.
Oh darn.
But everyone takes damage. The
I hope so with 9 damage.
The firestormer it's been hit directly by 2 rockets is on the ground, but looks like he's starting to stand back up. The rest of the firestormers are injured. The troopers are injured. The elites are injured. Looks like the elites are just about to drop.
Can Grunt do his leaping attack?
Again, I think it would be wise for Grunt to go last. Because if we can shoot, we can maybe get some of these flamethrower guys to blow up, which, again, hurts everyone in their zone.
I think it would be wise. Too. I'm just not sure if Grunt is wise.
I also don't think Grunt is faster than bullets.
That's true. That's a good point.
I can only shoot 2 rockets.
Yeah, I will shoot the flamethrower guy that has been shot by 2 rockets.
And what are you firing?
Plasma rifle.
Okay. Right, so DR8 for the first attack. Because you're stealthed. Oh man, you should have fired not from stealth. That would have been a crit. Oh well. Yeah, it's definitely a hit. Again, this is the most injured firestormer.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, roll 20 does not like you.
No, because Roll 20 knows shit.
Alright. Second shot misses, third hits.
5 damage.
He is barely up. Oh no, wait, this guy only has 10 hit points, not 12. He is... you hit him and he explodes.
Woohoo!
Firestormers don't damage each other with their explosions, but the troopers and elites are not so lucky. So why don't you just go ahead and roll... let's see here. What is the explosion damage? D8 damage. So roll a D8 to the rest of the room. 6. So wipes out the troopers. The elites are injured further, but they're still in the game. and the firestormers that remain are unaffected.
Okay. And I have 2 shots left, going at the next flamethrower guy in line.
That's a hit. It's no effect, though. And your last shot is a hit. And that's
7
gonna
damage.
punch through his armor just enough to drop him, and he falls to the ground. And then you see like a little flame sticking out the back of his fuel tank, and then
For 2 damage.
looks like the elites have dropped and taken cover, and they're fine. The other 2 firestormers are unaffected by the explosion.
I'm gonna start shooting flamethrower guy.
All right. There's 2 of them left. First shot hits. And bounces off his armor. Second shot's a miss, unless you're going to send more bullets downrange. And honestly, at this point, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, they're kind of abundant for us.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I was thinking about picking up the battle rifle.
And yeah, this one punches through his armor a bit. He staggers, looks like he's just about to go down. And next shot hits him.
Nice.
And he just, you must hit his fuel tank with a bullet or something, because like he just skadooshes away.
And to see what kind of damage the elites take.
Whoa!
Nice.
And yeah, that's enough to wipe them out. They were sort of just starting to stand up after surviving the last blast, and they're all just incinerated. There's a little bit of running around and flailing arms while on fire for one of them, but he drops to the ground as well. So yeah, that just leaves the 1 firestormer left.
And I have 3 more shots.
I love it when the bad guys bring the explosives for us.
Yes, it is quite helpful.
Hey, 7 damage.
Looks like he's just barely up.
I'm gonna check because I think I have 1 left, but I'd rather be sure. Let's see if my last shot will do it. Yay!
And that's 7 damage minus his armor. It's definitely going to get through his last hit point. And he drops to the ground and explodes.
Well, that was nice.
Sorry, Grunt.
It happens.
I mean, on the plus side, there's plenty of barbecue pork around here.
So many battle rifles, so much ammo, so little time.
Yeah, so I'm just going to give D8 bullets for each bullet carrier. So roll 8d8 to see how many bullets you find lying about. And if you want a battle rifle or a shock baton, well, they're
Nice.
scattered around the room.
Yeah, we'll
There's
grab.
potentially some other loot here, but a lot of it's been kind of blasted and knocked about. It's plus 4 DR on looting rolls in this room.
Okay. Okay, 20.
And that's a stim pack. Heals D4 damage. Is used up when you use it. No test required, just an action.
No, I haven't rolled on the thing yet. I just said I got 20.
Okay, I was mistaken. The next dice roll. Never mind. Roll your D12. Ooh, it's an elite loot table roll.
4.
4 is a particle beam rifle and a power pack. Particle beam rifle is a sniper style
Yeah, I'm
Use your
carrying one.
weapon? Okay.
Yeah,
I just
that's our
haven't had the
third one.
Yeah. Third or fourth, yeah.
Yeah, maybe the power pack's a little bit more exciting than the gun then.
Yes.
Yeah, strangely enough, the power pack is the more important of the two.
And you succeeded that looting roll, so you can keep checking. It's going to be an 18 for this next one.
Ooh, so close. Painful success then.
Yep, just one more thing.
8 on
And
the
that-
standard table.
Yep, on the wall there's a in case of an emergencies med pack.
Okay.
All right, I think what we're gonna do is this mission is abstract things a bit because we're running short on time. So looking at this the map for this place, there's essentially 4 different prison chambers, one of which leads to a final processing room where your main target's going to be, and then past that is a hangar that you can hopefully requisition something for an escape or call for a pickup. There may be a hidden room around here somewhere. So first of all, let's just make a little bit of a description of what you see as you move from room to room here. Sort of a camera pulling back to a cutscene as you sort of advance and go from room to room, firing at enemies, taking them down as you go. There's various space fascists are the majority of the enemies, but some of the rooms have demons in them that you've seen before, and you have to fight them as well. Everything goes pretty well for you, though I'm going to have everyone resist 8 points of damage with an armor roll using your best modifiers. So I think that's D6 plus 1 for most of you, though it would be D8 plus 1 for Leech, and I think D6 plus 2 for Grunt. We're going to say you find various loot, which is enough to essentially replenish what you use along the way. So for the most part, we're going to skip a lot of the looting rolls in ammo tracking. But yeah, it looks like through that, Tech ends up taking 5 damage overall, Leech takes 3, Grunt takes 5, and Kit only takes 1.
It's because he's
if you'd like-
proficient at running and screaming.
If you'd like, before sort of moving on to the objective room, which is what we're going to do, you can each do whatever healing actions you want.
Grunt, you healed 8.
Sweet.
Right, and
Yeah, healing's really a good idea.
as far as looting goes, I know I said we're going to skip a lot of the looting rolls, so we're going to essentially loot as if it's one room. So base DR 12 for the starting point, so just to see what other loot you might have found along the way. So first roll succeeds. Oh, maybe you rolled twice and picked the better one. No crit yet, but that's a success.
6.
6. That's going to be a ration pack. Yay!
Also, Cliff, I noticed something on the loot table. The chain gun is missing,
Ah, so it is.
and the combat chainsaw.
I should probably find places for them on the loot table.
Oh wait, no, the combat chainsaw is on there, but yeah, the chain gun is missing.
Yeah, I'll have to put that in there somewhere.
Okay, succeeded on the second one.
It's a frag grenade.
I haven't rolled. That was the second D20.
Yep, I keep mistaking that for your loot table.
Take the frag grenade.
3.
3d8 bullets. Yay.
That's 15. Yeah.
I mean, at this point, bullets aren't quite as exciting because you found so many, but
Okay.
yeah, it's an 18 for the third roll, so that's going to fail. No, wait, this third roll is a 16, not an 18.
Yeah.
So you succeed.
An 11. on the standard
Ooh.
table.
That's a pretty good one. Trauma nanites. Someone gets killed. If you get to them in time with the trauma nanites, you can prevent them from being dead, or you can undead them. That's not quite.
Yes,
what I meant to say.
didn't we use some of those on Grunt like last session?
Yes. 2 sessions
so.
ago. And in the first
Okay.
session, we used trauma nanites to destroy Cyborg.
Ooh. 8 on the standard table.
Yeah, that's another med pack.
And then that was 16, so this next one's 18. Yeah, no. Okay, the last one, looting roll. 9.
That's a power pack.
Okay,
And it is fully charged.
I was hoping for some rockets at some point, but yeah. Okay, cool. I'll have another power pack.
Yes, at each of the rooms you went in, you found there were some bull demons in one with the imp. One of them had some flying skulls and a demon warrior. Other one had space fascists. As you move through the one that connects to the final processing chamber, you encounter a conscript and some troopers. Guys with shotguns too, gun them down, take some injuries along the way. You now have a chance to patch yourselves up a bit before you move into what should be the final challenge. So,
All right, who's hurt?
I'm down by 1.
I'm down by 4.
Was that after the 8?
Oh, no. Sorry, I didn't realise you already healed me for something. Yeah, that's great. I'm full.
Is Grunt hurt?
everyone got hurt a little bit, or a lot.
Push to talk.
Derp derp. After you healed me up, I'm all set.
All right.
Cool.
Me and Kit are the ones injured then, because it's just a couple points.
All right, I have a reflex, a rage, and 2 regens. If I remember correctly, the regens give you hit points on top of your current hit points, so you will have more hit points than you currently have. The rage gives you bonus to attack, and I think that was best suited for grunt. And reflex increases your ability to get out of the way of being hit. So this is the last scene. We're going to use all the drugs. Who wants drugs?
Grunt will take some rage.
Okay.
I actually,
If you
If
inject
I
rage
remember right-
when you're not in a fight, it just doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
oh right,
You have to do it like
right.
when you can see enemies.
Yeah, we're going to
Same
do it
with
when we
regen.
can see enemies. What does reflex do again?
Plus
Defense
1d4
rolls
to dodge. Or
and
defense rolls, yeah.
yep, as a D4 when you make your defense rolls, and it lasts until you take damage.
I mean, I think Tech should use it because I'm way more proficient with the med kits than I am. So, no reason I should have reflex bone, and nobody else here really needs to be able to make sure they survive the best. So, boom, you're going to get reflexes.
Alright, let's use a regen on Grunt. It heals
Okay.
That
6,
makes sense. Yeah.
or like it's healing when you take damage. If you're at full health.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's heal as you get hit, isn't it?
Yep,
If
unless
you're
you're
at full
already
health.
hurt, and it lasts
Yeah.
until you heal up all the damage. That said, any one of you who takes these drugs has to make a DR12 toughness roll, and there might be bad results.
Yeah, if I remember right, we've used regen on Grunt once before. That was it, right? It was like 6 points of damage.
Yep, and
yep.
if you get a crit, it's 8.
Mhm.
There we go.
We've
Yeah,
also used rage on him as well.
yeah. There was that one time we were clearing that room, we used both at once, and it was pretty effective.
Oh, we're doing it again. And
Sweet.
I have 19 hit points, so hitting me with a regen is just adorable. Plus, I have the Lazarus system. If I actually go to 0, I get right back up with 8 hit points. So hitting me is useless. Then Leech will get the other regen.
Okay. I need to make a DR12 toughness.
Yep.
Yeah, if you're triggering it now, you take the drug and see how your system handles it.
Hey, Grunt, I got a present for you.
Sweet.
Here's a grenade I was hiding from Lieutenant. 'Cause he likes to
Oh
blow
my
everything
goodness! Why would you hide this from me?
out. Because you would have wasted it on heavily armored individuals.
That's not wasting.
No, it is.
If
You
all you can do
fail.
is scratch the paint, get a bigger gun.
Yeah, that's why we use rockets on the heavily armored ones and grenades on the lightly armored ones.
So if you fail on a DR12 toughness roll when you take the combat drug, which is any of those 3, it fails and you take D4 damage. Painful success is you take D6 though. So
Yeah, I'll take the D6.
and armor, and there's no damage reduction that helps against this.
Oh wait, hang on. I'm taking regen. There's no scenario where taking damage is useful. Badass point. Oh, fuck off!
Ouch. Okay.
Roll 20 for the win.
Unless you want to follow that up with a badass point to reroll again.
I don't have any more badass points, so I'm. Yeah. So okay, fine. I'm back at full. I take D6 or D8 damage, and then it's
You
heal
take 2
back
points
up.
of damage.
Okay, I
And
take
the
2
drug-
points of damage, and then the drug heals me, and then it cancels.
Actually, the drug has no effect. You just take damage.
Ah, okay.
You got a bad batch.
Yep.
You had an allergic reaction.
Yep.
You want Grunt to go ahead and roll now, or wait till we get in the room?
Like, why my power armor suit is all brown and sticky around my ass?
If you're doing a defense, the reflex drug, you can do it whenever you want. If you're going to do the rage drug, you better wait till you go in the room, unless you want to waste it.
Rage plus regen.
So you're gonna do the regen roll now?
Sure, why not?
So it's a DR12 toughness.
Oof. No luck.
Unless you want to take D6 damage.
Actually, you know what? Might as well take the badass point. We're going into the end. Yeah.
Or spend a badass point, which lets you reroll, and maybe you'll fumble.
Oh, it's even worse.
At least you
Oh.
didn't fumble.
It's not a fumble, but it is worse.
So either take the painful success,
Yeah, what does the painful success do?
take D6 damage, no reduction.
Take D6 damage and the drug works, right?
Yes. Oops, I hit the button ahead of time. So it'd be 3 damage to take the painful success, or D4 to have the drug not even work at all, to just let it fail.
So you have 3 points of healing coming once you get hurt.
Take the painful success. All right.
Alright, I'm gonna take a reflex.
All right. Despite seeing the drugs have negative effects on.
I'll take the
The first two
D6
will go.
damage.
All right. All right. That's 6. Yeah, you have a really bad reaction. Probably spend a couple rounds puking your guts out.
Yeah, I'm not used to the cocktail. And I'm gonna use a med kit on myself.
And as this is all taking place after the first failed reaction by Leech, Lieutenant Medikit is definitely taken back. He's like, oh my goodness. And then watching Grunt struggle with it, he's like, huh. Then he goes over to his combat injector and he's kind of pulls out, while away from everybody else, the little piece of paper and starts reading the instructions to make sure he told him how to do it right. And that's when he notices the expiration date listed on it. And he burns it. He sets fire to the piece of paper and throws it on the ground and then looks at everybody else. You gonna be okay, Tech?
Yeah, just give me a second.
All right. So you just give yourself an infection to heal on a failed roll.
No, yeah. Was it?
'Cause
Yeah,
I
it
see
uses the
once-
supplies or you get the infection. Yeah.
I just realised I'm carrying a med kit as well, med pack as well. So just use the supplies. It's fine.
Yeah, use the
I'll position my
supplies.
med kit.
If push comes to shove, I can always refill it with that cybernetic device I have in my body.
Painful success means you don't end up using the supplies and you heal the points and you get an infection. If you just take the failure, that means it uses the supplies and you still heal. So I take it you're just using the supplies and not... never mind. I just reiterated what you just said. Okay, so yep, you failed the roll on your second one, so you heal the 5 points, but it does use up a med kit. Oh no, you've got a bunch of extras laying around. So have you done all your healing, everyone?
No, I have.
Okay.
And with having depleted 2 medkits, I still have 2 left on me.
Everyone all drugged up as much as you want to be?
No, but fuck it.
I think Grunt isn't, but he's got to wait till he sees enemies to trigger the rage.
Yeah.
All right, sending the drone ahead to check out the final boss room, the objective room. It doesn't look anything like its original, what its original design might have been. Instead, it's sort of this this hellish-looking chamber with like pools of lava. Like, how does that work on the spaceship? You don't know, but they're there. And there's a bunch of bad guys. Let me transition you to the room.
Not lava, it's molten steel from all of the manufacturing places. That's what it is, yeah.
There we go. All right, where'd this one go? So many rooms. Ah, here we go. So it is cluttered, so stealth is possible. It does seem like they're ready to prepare an ambush, so make a stealth roll for your drone. Just a DR8 with a straight D20 roll.
It crit again.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's able to get good scans, and it's not spotted. You can see it looks like there's a bunch of conscripts, some shock troopers with shotguns, regular troopers, an elite, and looks like an ultra elite wearing with lots of ribbons and medals and things on his fancy armor. There is a field commander. It's your last primary target for your mission objective.
The ultra elite, is his armor like maybe possibly a shade of bright blue with bright white symbols on it by any chance? Maybe some gold trim?
Sure, and he's also got what looks like a combat chainsaw in one hand and a plasma rifle in the other, and he is wearing powered armor.
I love it. I love it.
There's your target kit. Use the last 2 rockets on him.
All right, so I take it you're going to stealth in. Leech using his cloaking field. Everyone else make an agility roll, DR12. Again, it's probably unnecessary for me to say DR12 because if I don't say a DR, it's definitely going to be 12.
I am going to use a badass point to stealth in.
Before you do that, keep in mind you can still painful success and get in position to fire. It just means that you'll break stealth if you take any further actions. So,
will I be able to shoot twice?
Yes.
All right, that's all I care about.
Okay. So
will I still get to role play out? Will I still get to role play out with Jack real quick before everything gets started?
Sure.
Cool. That's all I care about. Then I'll take the painful success.
All right. Looks like Grunt actually manages to sneak in fairly well this time, as does Tech. Leech, of course, that's a given.
I will say, as soon as Grunt gets into the room and he sees this monstrosity in this bright blue power armor with a chainsaw in one hand and a plasma rifle in the other, he whispers to himself, "That should have been mine." And he goes ahead and shoots up with rage. And he's completely enraged.
All right, so first action is to dose yourself up. Go ahead and make your toughness roll. Oh yeah, drug suits you just
Oh,
fine.
thank goodness. That one wasn't expired.
All right, so yeah, you feel the rage fill inside of you. You've got one more action. You're still in stealth. I guess you have to make a stealth roll again though because you took an action. I know, like shooting yourself up with a drug might not sound very noisy, but when you're like seething and going ooh 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 in the
which
process,
is exactly what he's doing. Yeah.
Rage. Yeah, that's it's kind of hard to be sneaky when you feel like that. So yeah, go ahead and make another stealth roll, Grunt.
Right. Just miss.
You want to step in the open for the fun of it, or do a painful success and be in a position where they'll definitely know, like they're starting to look your way, and anything else will give you away.
I mean, I don't think Grunt really cares about stealth at this point. What he is gonna do.
So yeah, you sort of like jump out and yell rage, and they definitely notice you.
He's gonna whip out his polearm and just stab somebody.
And,
I was hoping he was going to throw a grenade in that middle section with the troopers and conscripts, but
I mean, honestly, he's not really thinking right now. He is.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
all right, swing the pole
I'll turn the
guy
tech.
with the shotgun or his conscript.
He's gonna go ahead and go for the guy with the shotgun.
Makes sense.
Should have handed me the grenade. See, that's what I'm saying.
You have 2 rockets. Shut it.
You should have given it to me or kept it yourself, mate.
I have one.
All right, make your attack roll, Grunt.
There we go.
That's gonna hit. Roll your damage.
All right. Hang on 1 second. I know it's not 1d8. It's d6 plus strength. There we go.
Plus a D4.
Yep, plus D4 from rage.
Plus d4. Thank you.
And then, yeah, don't forget to roll it twice.
I'll take the 10.
Yeah, 10 damage. You knock him in his ass. He's still alive, trying to get back up, but injured.
So, and I'm just bellowing while I just, he's just full on screaming while he does this. So, yeah.
Okay, who's next?
Me?
All right, Kit, you got the rocket launcher?
I do, and as I stumble into the room, I move into a position to have a line of sight on big blue and white in the background, and I get down on my knees in front of Jack, and I say, Jack, this is the end. If we don't live through it, I need you to know that I needed you this whole time, and that, Jack, I love you. I'm going to fire the rocket at the guy in power armor while crying at the same time, because I'm in love with the pack mule.
Okay. That was
As
not
long
a
as
development I was expecting.
If the pack mule is sentient, it's okay.
And that's a hit.
All right, yeah, you hit the field commander direct hit with the rocket. Roll a d12 for that.
9.
Yeah, it looks like it does a little bit of damage, but it looks tough enough to handle a few of those. Roll a d8 for the rest of them.
6.
All right, give me a sec to note this damage.
Of course. I'm going to determine the follow-up rocket. A 13.
I want to say you could max damage with a badass point.
That's a direct hit. Yeah, you can. Normally, if you do that on an individual, they're insta-gibbed, but it doesn't work like that on a boss.
Oh.
And this guy's a boss.
But 12 plus 1.
Yeah, you can use a badass point to upgrade your hit to a crit.
No. Cliff. He's not a boss. He's a boss.
So you're telling me if I spend a badass point, this is an automatic crit?
Yes.
Then I want to do that.
Yeah. All right. So you do 12 damage minus his armor is 8.
No, I do
Staggers from
13.
that hit. Oh, 13. So that's 9. Yeah, it looks like he's right about halfway down after that.
Can I retcon the first shot, or are you going to ixnay that?
I'm going to ixnay that.
All right. Well, everybody else in the area takes 6. So everybody in that area surrounding him so far have been hit by 2 6s.
Let's see here. The elite is still looking okay. But the 4 troopers are obliterated by the barrage.
And the rifleman by the bottom?
Yeah, he's injured, but still on his feet.
Yeah, that's the elite.
All the while crying and screaming, at the end, Kit hurtles the empty rocket launcher at his enemies while cross-drawing his 2 pistols, and that ends his turn.
Don't you have SMGs at this point?
No.
Oh.
And
I think
even
we
if
only
I
found one.
and even if I dual wield SMGs, he's too weak. They're just gonna fly all over the place, and I'm probably just gonna shoot you guys instead of the actual enemy. Literally, pistols. That's all I can do.
That seems like a bad
Okay.
idea.
All right, so
Okay,
that was
so
Grunt and Kit. Who's next?
I will go next, and the group doesn't see the smile appear on Leech's face as he gets into a optimal firing position while under stealth. Effortless stealth because he's a scout. Pulls his plasma beam rifle, particle beam rifle,
Ooh.
off his back, aims at the bad guy, the field commander, and opens up. Hoping this thing is going to be a little bit more accurate than my plasma rifle has been of late.
All right, you've got the advantage of stealth. It's definitely distracted by the guy shooting with rockets.
Yeah. So DR8 first shot, yeah?
Yep.
Oh man!
Almost a crit, but it is a hit. D12.
Yep. 7 points of damage.
Yeah, it looks like it punches through his armor some and hurts him a bit more.
And
he's,
my second so go on.
Yep, he's still on his feet though. Starting to look a little
My
worse for him.
second attack.
That's a hit. But his armor protects him.
Fuck off. Jesus.
All right,
Next
Tech,
time we
it's all
stream
up to
this
you.
game, can we do it on Discord without the whole Roll20 crap?
I don't care how you roll dice. I think I said that in the beginning. If you want to use, the hard copy versions in your own home and tell us what you rolled, we'll trust you.
I don't actually have
What's
any
the
dice
range
right
on a
now.
grenade?
Max range is medium, so you'd have to move up one if you want to toss at the field commander.
I'll just shoot him.
Using your battle rifle.
Yep.
That's a hit because you're firing from stealth. It'll be DR12 for the rest of them, though. It does some damage past his armor despite using a less powerful attack. Second
Oh
shot's
no,
a miss.
extra bullets.
Except, extra bullets. Lots of extra bullets. 5 bullets to hit once, but that's a solid hit. Wow. He is about to go down.
10 more bullets.
But the 3 bullets to hit him. But they bounce off. And so you shoot him some more. And you drop him. That's enough to finish him off.
That was 4 attacks. I What's the elite have for a weapon?
Battle rifle and a grenade.
Oh, I'm gonna shoot that shotgun guy that got stabbed. Yay! Bouncing off armor.
And everyone gets a boss point, which is something that carries with you beyond your character.
So what that means, folks who are listening in, is that Olaf here gets to add boss +1 to his Discord handle after the game, I'm sure. That's correct, right, Cliff?
And if we were continuing the campaign, you would also essentially be able to get some extra bonuses when you make a future character. Which you would be retiring these characters after this one and getting a promotion point and starting with the new characters with some upgrades on the next mission, if we were continuing.
Because it is 3 missions and then your character retires, correct?
Yep. And at the end of the campaign, we'll talk about this later.
Alright, ignore that last D20 roll that didn't tap up or go back far enough. So my last hit attack uses an extra round and hits for 4 damage.
All right, that's the one that was already hurt. That finishes them off. And now it's their turn. So first thing up, the elite steps up and chucks his grenade at you. I think Kit hurt him the most so far. Well, Kit fired the rockets, so Kit, you're the main target of the grenade toss, so make a defense roll. It succeeds, so you all just take the secondary damage instead of Kit taking a higher amount. And that's looking at 6 damage, so everyone roll your armor to resist that. And don't forget to count the shield drone. That's a d6 plus 2 for Grunt, d6 plus 1 for everybody else, except for Leech, who already rolled and knows what he's doing. So, yeah, ends up Grunt takes a couple of damage from that blast, but nobody else. Then the shock troopers go. They all advance forward and open up with their shotguns. Leech, Grunt, and Tech each make a defense roll.
Can I use the Aegis to go ahead and defend against one of these?
No, it protects you in melee, not against ranged attacks.
Melee, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's essentially a bracer. Not a bracer, a buckler kind of
Yeah,
deal.
buckler. Sort of a buckler thing that, like, it's like a bracer that becomes a buckler when you want it to. Sort of fans out. It's a retractable buckler. So, yeah, looks like Leech and Tech are fine, as is Grunt. You avoid the shotgun blasts. And then last up are the conscripts, who rush forward and attack each of you. Once, everyone make a melee defense roll. Now you can use the Aegis.
Gotcha, okay.
Leech avoids his attacker. Probably parrying with the plasma rifle. Tech is hot top on reflex drugs and easily dodges the attack. Grunt blocks with his Aegis. And Kit. Let's see, you already tossed away the rocket launcher, so I imagine you're sort of backpedaling away from the person swinging a lead pipe at you a few times.
Yes, all the while firing my pistols rapidly at his face. Missing completely at this point in time.
Now, there's nothing in the rules for this, but I decided before we played that I wanted to do this if we have time, and since we skipped past some stuff, we do have time. So you all hear there's some sort of commotion toward the back of the room, and then a bunch of banging sounds as bits of power armor go flying around and hit things, and the pile of gore that once was the field commander begins to sort of congeal and rise up and take form as out of the the corpse of the first boss. You have a phase 2 boss, which is going to be a boss demon.
Uh-oh.
Its entire actions for this turn are coming into existence, so it won't attack this round. But you see the boss demon is pretty big and pretty heavily armed. Somehow partially must have come through like a portal rather than actually being made of the stuff that was the field commander. It's a demon, so it doesn't have to make total sense with physics. It's armed with a rocket launcher in one hand and a big old hell blade in the other. So I'll go ahead and
Hey,
drop
Grunt,
that in.
Grunt.
stab it.
His sword is bigger than yours.
His sword is almost as big as Grunt is.
Grunt
My-
is
my
going
statement is
to
accurate.
bellow in rage.
Does Grunt have sword envy?
Grunt has major sword. Grunt doesn't have sword envy. Grunt has sword fury at this point.
Oh my goodness. Why don't you guys go find a room and sharpen swords together or something?
All right, so yeah, now we go to the Hellslayers. You all have a turn.
Cyber demon is sentient. If it's consensual, it's all good.
Alright,
Hey.
I'm gonna shoot with the particle beam rifle. On the boss.
All right. That's a hit.
Ten damage.
Yeah, he reacts. Looks like he hurt him and made him a little angry.
Okay. And seeing as that was the power pack with the three dregs in it, I switched to back to my plasma rifle with a full power pack, and I open up 3 times on it. Again on the boss, see if I can
Okay.
hurt it.
That's a miss unless you want to blow extra shots.
Yes.
Let's say we have like 4 fully charged power packs. You could do it.
Oof. That was expensive.
It was, but hey. So damage.
Ah,
That was pointlessly expensive as well.
yep. Doesn't seem to be hurt by that.
Grunt is going to. Oh wait, you have more shots. Sorry.
The follow-up shot seems to hurt him,
7.
though. And one more. That hits. And
8.
yeah, it definitely does some damage.
Okay,
This
so that's
big old demon's looking a little worse for wear already. Roar! Ow! Didn't even make my evil speech yet.
Grunt's going to. Oh, he can't sprint all the way forward. That would be 2 actions.
I was going to move up and use the pole arm.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, that's a hit. Roll your damage, d6 and d4 plus strength.
Bang.
And you get to do it twice and pick the best one.
I'll take the 8.
That is just enough to finish him off.
Okay, just for flavor. So, number 1, excellent. Number 2, this is when Grunt is going to use the grenade. He's going to go ahead and yank the pin on the grenade, and instead of using the polearm to stab the demon, he's going to go ahead and use the polearm as a pole. I forget the name, but he's going to stab it in the ground and use it to launch himself into the air and stuff the grenade down the demon's maw as he leaps over him.
So you're going to pole vault.
Pole vault, thank you.
And there's like the
Great to
demon sort of like does a gulp and then head's gone above the stump of its neck.
Excellent. Should I
Sort of
say
disintegrates into a pile of goo.
can I leave Grunt in the current zone? Maybe he pole vaults up, drops the grenade in, then pole vaults back down.
Sure, we'll just toss him in
Pulls
the next
back
zone. Why
because he
not?
forgets to
Okay.
let go.
Cool.
All right, so that was Leech and Grunt. Well, yeah, no more
We
boss.
get another boss point?
No, just the one.
Okay.
Go at it, Kit.
All right.
With your, like, ridiculous number of shots from dual wielding pistols.
8. I'm being invaded at the moment. Let me get everything set up.
Going after shotgunners. Or the
Yeah,
elite?
I'm going to take out the shotgunners right here because they will get annoying here in a moment. 2 attacks with pistols, 2 pistols, 2 actions, 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So
That
I'm
is
going to
correct.
start rolling 8 times.
This is where like playing in person would probably be easier because you just pick up like 8 d20s.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
like
the
I used to
thing-
do with my half-dragon
Hop.
fighter.
Okay, so that's a hit for
Like
4
Shadowrun
damage.
with d20s. Yeah. That's gonna injure him a
Same
little.
shotgunner. Hits again for 7. So we've now done a 4 and a 7.
Yep, so 5 total after his armor.
14, this is another hit. For 2.
Bounces off.
11 is a miss.
Just
burn-
barely.
I burn a D4 in extra ammo to hit. So that burns 2 extra bullets in total to do 3 points of damage. And that was shot number
4?
5.
5, okay.
Shot 6 hits. And does 4 points of damage to the same shotgunner.
He's staggering under the onslaught, but still on his feet.
And this is the last one, number 8. For another 3 points of damage.
And his armor protects him. He's still sort of standing up as he's getting jerked around by these bullets, but not enough to drop him. Last up is Tech, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with the guy that just got shot at a lot. Oh,
He's
look,
kind of a
it
bullet
costs a lot
magnet.
of bullets.
All right, takes you 4 bullets to land the first shot.
For 5.
He's barely up. 1 hit point left.
Shot 2 takes him out then.
And he finally goes down.
Moving on to the next shotgun. Yay for armor.
But his armor protects him, yep. Second shot misses, so you're going to squeeze off more bullets.
That I am.
Oh, and somehow in the math, I missed my actual last 2 shots, so I only did 6 and not 8.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead and roll him. Yes.
As soon as Tech's done,
Yep.
I will get these kills.
Yeah. You guys can take actions in any order you want, so it's not even bending the
Alright.
rules.
That's 4. I'm gonna spend my last 2 into the elite. Hey, he can take 8.
Oh yeah, it's a crit. He's not been hurt yet.
And another 8.
And yeah, now he will no longer be hurt anymore because he is dead.
Yay! Kit can finish his last 2 shots.
It's a fumble. So spend a badass point or essentially waste another d4 rounds to no avail. Was that a badass point or just a follow-up shot?
Badass point for
Okay.
7.
So 7 minus his armor. He's still up.
Following shot. Another 7.
And that drops him.
All right. Kit's done.
I see how it is, Troll 20.
Alright, so the shotgunner is going to go for Leech. It's going to shoot twice at you. So make 2 defense
Okay.
rolls. And then everybody make a defense roll against the conscripts. And Tech, you get 2 conscripts attacking you. And then
Wait.
each attack twice, actually. So let's start to go back. So Leech, 2 defense rolls against shotgun blasts.
Okay.
And then 2 against the conscript. Tech, you get 4 defense rolls for the conscript, because 2 of them are on you. And Kit, you're getting attacked for 2 attacks from a conscript. Grunt just gets to
Okay.
stand there looking cool while the boss demon falls over dead.
I was going to say everybody.
So my first defense roll from the shotgunner fails, but my energy shield kicks in. Then I get hit by the shotgunner. I then get hit by a conscript, and I manage to avoid the second conscript.
Alright, so go ahead and roll your armor against the shotgun first.
6.
Alright, ooh, max damage. Hits you for 3 damage past that. And then roll armor against the conscript. As he whacks
8.
with the crowbar for no damage. Alright, then we have Tech making defense rolls. How are you doing?
I painfully succeeded on the first one. So the second one hits me for... We have to figure that out because that's going to
Alright,
determine my
roll.
rolls.
Yep, roll armor against that. Actually, don't bother. You're fine because I rolled so low on damage.
Alright, so I then succeed against the third one. So I just have one more to roll.
Yep.
And I succeed against that.
All right. So yeah, you're doing some cool matrix dodging and stuff. You do get clipped a bit at one point, but it doesn't slow you down. Next is Kit. You're looking at 2 attacks on you.
Right after you called it, I rolled my first one and I got a 12. And I forgot. Is that a crit?
Yeah, it's a crit, so you get a free attack.
And since I'm being only attacked by the constructs, that's only against the constructs. I mean,
No,
the conscripts.
No, it's just a free attack. You can take it. Rather,
Alright.
I'm sorry, a free action.
So I
So-
could shoot 4 rounds from my pistols at the shotgunner.
If you would like to, yes.
I would like
That
to.
seems like a reasonable course of action to me.
Of course, very reasonable. Bullets! Ho! So that's a no. An extra bullet. He takes 3.
Which is still no damage because of his armor.
That's a crit, so he takes 7.
All right, still up. I think it's the first time this one's been hit.
That hits.
Well, injured.
No damage. That hits. No damage. Lots of bullets flying at him. Definitely letting him know that I'm here. And then
All
my
right.
second defense roll
As a fumble.
is a fumble.
So you have a badass point to spend?
I do, but
Or
you know, I
do you
could
want
also
to-
get hit.
Yep, go ahead and resist the damage. It's max damage, which is 6.
You should
Okay.
get hit more often.
D6, but you don't get the +1 from the drone, but you don't need it. So you're fine.
Oh!
So yeah, it nails you right on the forehead, but you know, you've got a thick skull, so you're fine.
Since I have so much cyberware, I actually don't keep my brains in my head.
All right, that's all the attacks on you guys, so I think we'll just fast forward and say you burn a whole bunch of ammo and drop that shotgun.
No, I want to see how many power packs it takes me to fucking kill this fucking shotgun.
All right, go ahead. You can start venting your frustration on the shotgunner.
Oh my goodness.
He's got 3 armor reduction against each attack and 3 hit points left.
Oh my goodness. There we go.
There's a hit. You got this.
1 on the damage roll.
Yes.
All right, you can do.
No.
Armor protects him.
Is this shotgunner surviving like a full clip of ammo at this point?
Pretty much. I mean,
This was very impressive. There we go.
You know what?
that was an attack
I'm like,
roll.
fuck it. I'm gonna just eat the. Yeah. Six.
That
There
does
we
it.
go. There we
just
go.
enough to drop him. All right.
That's
Yeah.
what you need.
I look over to Leech and go, see, I do have the best shooting style. It's finally good to see someone else picking up the torch and learning Kit Fu.
Where's that other fucking? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna dual wield a particle beam rifle and a plasma rifle.
So what's the DR go up by like 4 for each?
Hey, I've got +2 strength for my power armor. I'm fine.
All of you can just hear Grunt bellowing senselessly as he continues stabbing the corpse of the demon on the other side.
Pick up guns, bullets, and let's move out.
All right, you make your way into the next room, which is a hangar. There's a few space fascists you need to gun down in the way, but yeah, they pose no threat compared to what you just faced. And you end up flying off away from the city ship, having rescued a good 20 or so conscripts, and also 3 special agents that had been undercover here, and you've wiped out some of their top and nastiest and apparently demon worshipping leadership.
Okay, so I figured.
Everyone gets a medal and a promotion, and you're sort of given cushier jobs.
Look at
Other-
that. Look
Other
at that.
poor saps will be sent in to the meat grinder instead of you, because you're too valuable to waste on Hellslayer runs now.
So,
Well, technically, I've got one more mission to go.
number one, Grunt is still bellowing senselessly in the shuttle and probably has to be strapped down on their way out.
Well, the
And
rage drug
number two-
ends as soon as the enemies are gone, so...
Can I say he's bellowing senselessly anyway?
Sure, why not?
and
You're angry that the rage drug is over with.
number two, Grunt just crit his very first looting roll.
Yeah, I'd already
Finds his own suit of power armor. We'll skip over this one, 'cause
Fantastic.
you take it with you when you retire anyway, so...
Excellent.
I can only see this giant-sized man sitting at a corporate desk behind a computer keyboard going click, 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 trying to manipulate a mouse while wearing giant metal gloves.
That is exactly what he does.
So yeah, I managed to find a bunch of spare bullets lying around in the boss room. So I figured, looting a boss room, boss loot. No, bullets.
Nice. I like it.
Just the 8 bullets.
We got 24 conscripts out.
Yeah, that gives you a hefty bonus in credits, which you can spend on all sorts of luxuries now that you each have your own apartment on the moon.
What do we roll? What do we roll when we loot the chart? Was it a D6 or a
It's
D12?
a D12,
What's number 7?
a repair kit.
I go, guys, look, I found a repair kit.
Grunt is just bellowing.
That
Put it with
concludes,
the other 4.
Okay, I put it with the other 4.
and that concludes our actual play of Hellslayers. So
Woo.
congratulations, you all survived. I'm a little disappointed we didn't get to do the mechanics for making up a replacement character, but that's how the dice go. I've
So
definitely learned a
disappointed
few
all of you
things on I'll definitely be nerfing some of the bullet loot found on the space fascists, because I'd like bullets to be a little bit more scarce than that in this game, I think.
Yeah, because
I
that
think-
made it very, very much bullet centric because even when we had like 12 power packs, not being able to recharge them as easy, it just meant that bullets were just free and you didn't have to worry about aiming or hitting. It was just a given.
Hence why I was dual wielding pistols, because I didn't have to worry about hitting, even though I had a higher chance to hit.
Yeah, and there's no magazine, so the whole power pack thing where you could blow up the power pack, if you overdrew on it, and it was like, okay, so there's the one dice size I don't think is really enough of a benefit. Even if bullets were a bit more scarce, I still don't think it's enough of a benefit for the energy weapons, but versus the kinetic weapons.
I'd agree with that, yeah.
Yeah, like we weren't using the painful success with the energy weapons. As soon as I went over to the battle rifle, I didn't care because we had 300 and some rounds between us.
Previous adventures,
Yeah.
I know you were generally still pretty frugal about using the painful successes even with bullets, but once you started finding a lot more bullets than you were using in each room,
it was just like, why bother?
Yeah, so I mean, nerfing how many bullets are, you can loot off of a corpse. Yeah, that'll probably help, but even if you dropped it from like 3d8 per to 1d8,
it was 2d8
that's
initially.
okay.
So I'm thinking of going with a d6, or maybe even a d4. But I'll think about it.
Something else you might want to think about for the energy weapons, just to give them a little bit more oomph. Something that we found in, and I know we've discussed this previously, Cliff, in systems like Earthdawn, where 1d8 could be 2d4. 2d4 has a better chance of, slightly probability-wise. So maybe that's something to consider to add on to the energy weapons to give them a little bit more oomph. Instead of it d8 or d10 damage, it's like 2d4, 2d8, 2d4, 2d5, something like that. d5 is a bit difficult to do, but with a physical dice, but you can still do it. You just roll 2d10s and half it, kind of thing. So
yeah, that's a cool idea. I might do that.
I do like the 3-mission limit. I think that's really good. Looking at my character now, he ended this mission with 19 hit points, and I think for this particular game, 19 is a lot of hit points. Especially considering that he would get another D4 for succeeding this third mission. I think that's a good ending point. I think that was really well thought out.
Well, I mean, I've only actually done 2 on my character, so I'm just going through the rules to find the advancements. I'm just curious as to what I would start the next mission with.
Sure.
I would suggest bad guys do more damage.
Yeah,
Not much,
same.
but a bit more damage.
Maybe like a D4 more damage, or give him some +1s or +2s, something like that.
I mean, I know.
Yeah.
I know that some of you guys got pretty low. I never was out of the double digits as far as hit points go. But then again, I had a higher agility score, so me getting hit was always harder.
Grunt almost died like 3 times.
Yeah, no, and I know, and I didn't. I was not ever at any point worried, because I even had that Lazarus device that was my backup. Truthfully, you having the Lazarus device would have been amazing, because that's like, oh, hey, you go to 0 hit points, you now have a D8 of hit points. That would have been really good. So, and for me, as I was doing everything, I realized that going and doing the presents for the medical gear was a really good idea, but we already had somebody who had a higher presence than me, so I was like, if I go down that route, I'm just going to be spinning my wheels. I was like, I'm just going to get better at shooting, and it worked out pretty good to be able to shoot and dodge really well. I didn't need to up my armor, but in the end, when I just kept shooting myself with rockets, it helped.
Yeah, I'm thinking of making it so that if you do a painful success, you don't get to soak the damage with armor, but maybe the die is a little bit lower.
So the other bonus to having it end after the third mission, I'm looking at the equipment lists right now, and it says roll on choose an equipment from your equipment list or roll on somebody else's equipment list. And here I'm thinking, like, for my grunt, I bet you some of the scout stuff would be pretty cool. Like that shield drone, for example, would be huge for grunt. But I'm looking at the scout's equipment list, and I'm like, okay, D4 power packs. He's already got power packs. He's already got extra ammo. He's already got a combat knife. He's already got armor up the wazoo. So the only thing that would benefit him from the scout equipment list is a 5 or a 6. So at this point, I'm looking at that three mission limit, and I'm going, okay, yeah, that's a good set right there.
Mm.
Yeah, I think you guys had pretty well leveled up characters as far as they could get by the end here.
Yeah, and I do like the feeling of like the. I mean, this is just me personally. I really enjoy the feeling of going into a boss fight with armor that I know the bad guys can't get through, and with a BFG in one hand and a rocket launcher in the other. Like, I really enjoy that feeling of invincibility and like, it's at least power in my fantasy life, So this is good.
So yeah, Leech, one of the other big deal things you get for the major advancement is you get to add +1 to one of your traits. Except for your terrible trait, which you get to undo if you want, but not increase. It's probably not worth it to spend advancements on your terrible trait, but it's an option if you want to.
Yeah, see, I went agility after my first mission. So after this one, it'd be like +2 agility, +2 presence. So, that makes looting a little bit, even with the cyber eyes and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, I just went through the advancement just for fun. Like, I picked the support AI because, like, Tech's staying an engineer. It went to 4 presence because Tech was the support character at the end.
Oh, looks like we had a raid show up.
Hey!
Welcome.
Right at the very end.
Did. Yeah.
Yep, we're just wrapping up. We finished up our final Hellslayers session. We're just chatting a bit about the game. It's going to be going to Kickstarter in September. So check out, if you go to fraggingunicorns.com, there'll be a link to sign up for that, which would be really awesome if you're interested in this game.
It is effectively, if you really enjoyed first-person shooters in the 80s and 90s, this is one of those first-person shooters just translated to tabletop. It's huge fun. I can't say enough good things about it.
Yeah, it's a hack and slash of Morkborg. Feels very different than playing Morkborg. It's its own different genre of metal. I think it was a lot of fun. I was also really useful to play with y'all and discover a few of the rougher edges I have yet to polish off, as this game is still a work in progress. As I say, it's mostly done, but we're sort of at the point of tweaking things here and there to make the engine run smoothly. And he definitely helped me find a few of those points.
We never had any Doomsday events happen, did we?
We did at the start of this mission. I forgot to roll it, and then I just said, we're going to have one. So, what was the event that happened? A city ship attacked a colony ship and captured, killed, and or enslaved all of the thousands of people that were getting ready to leave the solar system in cryo sleep to settle in some other solar system. So
I just rolled on the grunt table, and something that come quite handy. Roll twice for painful successes with ranged weapons, and pick the lowest roll. Ammo conservation.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, that's kind of useful. I would mean to see much more painful successes, particularly with potentially.
Yeah, I tried to make it so all of the different powers that you get are useful and interesting and fairly well balanced with each other. I know some are probably going to be a little better than others, especially depending on your builds, but Hopefully, there's nothing that you'd roll and be like, "Oh man, that sucks."
I mean, there were the crowbars.
I mean, that was in the looting rolls, not the power that you get for your MOS.
The powers
But,
were cool. The characters were, at least from my perspective, they were really well set up. I really liked the option to go variable when you leveled up your character, to say you can either pick from your character's standard list or roll the dice if you want to slide sideways into somebody else's roll a little bit. That was cool.
Awesome. Well, I think we'll wrap things up now then. Thanks to Max for running tech for this. We definitely appreciate that. Things went pretty smoothly on the tech side of things, except with your own microphone today before we started. But,
Yeah, and I'm not really sure why the Discord got turned down, but that
was
stuff
weird.
kind of happens.
So yeah, PSA to everyone: if people are telling you you're too quiet, check your voice and video settings under Discord.
Apparently so,
Discord,
yeah.
and make sure your input volume didn't get turned down somehow.
Yeah. So, as we're wrapping things up, we are part of Alternis. We are a media production company that puts on games. We have a slot on Gen Con TV, and we are trying to fill up some slots here as well. And we are also looking to grow our community as much as we possibly can. So if you guys who just recently joined our community are looking for a table to sit at, let me get you a link to join our crowd so you guys can come hang out with us. We are currently looking to fill some slots, and so we would be glad to meet up with some new GMs. 1 second.
Yeah, thanks to Francis for staying up extra late across the pond.
I know, right?
It's got to be like, what, 3 or 4 in the morning there, or is it?
Yeah, it's 3:10.
Okay. You tend to keep odd hours anyway, I know, but still, we appreciate having you here. So,
Well, I do, but since my dad passed and I'm the dog's primary caregiver, I have to be up basically 8 o'clock every morning, regardless of what I'm doing, to walk the dog, and he will make sure I'm up. So, yeah, the days at the moment, my days of staying up until sort of 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and sleeping all the morning away is not happening so much anymore. But yeah, it's I much prefer to be up late than up early. So I'm always more than happy to stay up. And it's just a lot of fun. I'm actually really bummed that I missed the first session or whatever it was, because that it would have made things, being on the same level of advancement with the rest of the team, I think might have helped. And also, just, it sounded like I missed a lot of fun.
yeah, it was a lot of fun, but you're here for most of it. So,
Yeah, definitely your addition into the team after the first session was incredibly valuable. So yeah, we can end this with some goodbyes and see you laters, and don't forget to write. But I would also like to end it by showing the Kickstarter video before we actually end everything. So
that's
if
a great
you
idea.
got anything you want else to pitch there, Cliff?
No, just wanted to say, Andrew, was fun playing with you. Playing something other than Shadowrun. Didn't get to kill your character this time, but I'll have other sessions with you in Shadowrun to do that, I suppose.
You'll have plenty of chances. Trust me.
So yeah, it was fun having you on a stream. And Brandon, it was nice meeting you. I think this was the first time we've done any gaming together.
Yeah.
So
It
appreciate
was a
you
blast
joining.
having you as a GM. Sorry. It was a blast having you as a GM.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Just wanted to acknowledge everyone.
For me, again, it was a real honor being able to play in the kind of the alpha of this
The
game.
world premiere.
Right. Cliff, you were a great GM, and if you ever decide to run one of these again, let me know, man. Let me know.
Yeah, definitely. I'd be more than happy to run through another campaign series.
Might be fun
for
to
this
kind
one.
of get the team back together again, huh?
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
we could
could
play
be.
through the next generation of Hellslayers with
Yeah.
the leech sort of being the grizzled veteran of the squad for the first mission, and then the
Yeah,
rest of them having to move on beyond their mentor. If you
Test
want
the
to put it that
rebuild
way,
functionality. That might be good.
it could
Yeah,
be
if we
fun.
do that, I'm not playing the tech.
Well, no, because Tuck's retired, man.
Yep.
I would play the tech. I would get somebody who actually just has, the
Oh, yeah,
presence stat.
Yeah, I did want to mention in a longer campaign on how this works. If you retire a character, you get a promotion point. At the end of the campaign, when you roll the 7th Doomsday event and the Earth dies, there's this final epilogue mission that you go on. You get to either use your current character or bring someone out of retirement for it. If you succeed at that mission, you get a +2 on this final roll. And for every promotion point earned, you get a +1 on the roll. You roll a d20, and if you hit a d20 or higher, that's a good ending, and some bit of remnant of humanity will survive and live on. If you don't roll at least a 20 with all those bonuses, then it's the end. It maybe just takes a little bit longer, but everybody dies.
Oh, you did need to say 20. Oh, wow.
Yep, and there's no painful success in this roll. It's just +1 for every promotion point earned, and +2 if you succeeded on your mission objective for the epilogue mission. One roll, and we'll see how it goes. In Morkborg, originally, there's no roll to see if there's any good or bad or bittersweet. It's just the world ends, everyone's dead. So Hellslayers has a tiny bit of hope at the end that maybe you can make a difference, but maybe you won't, because it is a d20 roll.
It's all in the dice.
Hey, so far we'd have +3 to that roll, so it's
Yes.
a start.
Yes,
Yeah.
we would. Yes, we would.
Yeah, and probably by the time you had played it enough to have 7 Doomsday events, you probably have a fair number of them racked up to where it's almost guaranteed.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
But yeah, with that, I think, Max, if you want to drop in the video and we'll roll out.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'm Max from Original Box Set. You've been watching a Rem Alternis channel, and click on the link for the Kickstarter to give it a follow so that you too can purchase your copy of Hellslayers. And here's that Kickstarter video.
In the 22nd century, Earth is on its last gasp. The environment is hopelessly polluted, resources have been stripped, the water's poisoned, and the people are at war. Humanity's remnants are on the brink of disaster, rife with corruption, depending on life support systems that may fail at any time, and under assault from aliens and monsters both human and inhuman. This desperate struggle for survival may end very soon, or it may drag on for years. There are some who will not go quietly into the night, some who will stand against the monstrosities that seek to choke us out as we gasp our last breaths. Most of these are hopeless conscripts seeking to avoid greater sentences for their crimes by serving as Hellslayers. And there are those few who volunteer, optimistic or stoic souls seeking to stand in the face of inevitable slaughter and turn back the tide. Good luck and try not to die. Humanity's fate, or even a corporation's bottom line, is at stake. Hellslayers, coming soon to Kickstarter.